Good evening, boys and girls. We're getting ready to fire this thing up. That's right. We're getting ready to start up this train, and once this train gets going down the track, oh, there ain't no turning back. No hard right turns. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, we got a lot to talk about. Who the heck knows what's going on with the DC universe? Not you. Ho, 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 ho. Not you. And all the ones who say they do, do they really know? Or is it just a case of if you throw enough darts at the dartboard, something's going to stick? Most of the time it's to the wall, and you miss completely. Just saying. Also tonight, rest in peace, Nichelle Nichols, Lieutenant Uhura from Star Trek. We're going to talk about her a little bit. Pay our respects to her. Also, Rocky is coming out with the gloves off in regards to the movie Drago, the spinoff. Gosh, do we really need this? Well, Sylvester Stallone doesn't think so. And there's some Marvel updates. Some stuff going on. We might get into a little bit more shenanigans as well. Next, here, only in the Poindexter Lounge. Let's do this.
Oh, that was...
It's finally here. New voices, new faces. Welcome to the Pantheon.
What's up, boys and girls, nerds of all ages, of all kinds, shapes, and sizes? It is good to have you with me in the lounge tonight. Welcome to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, a.k.a. Enosh Vet, and it is great. I mean, really great to have you guys with me here in the lounge tonight. I've had a long weekend. I got my 10,000 steps in today before 1 o'clock this afternoon. So I've been going straight up bonkers for the last 5 days. And so it is nice to spend some time with my friends, all of you, our nerd family, here in the lounge. What the world is that noise? Did you guys hear that? Like hearing all kinds of noises back in here. I don't know what's going on behind me. And I can see behind me, so, you know. But hey, it is great to have you with me in the lounge. Look, if this is your first time to the lounge, just know that the Poindexter Lounge is a place for nerds. It's a place where you and me and all of us can get together and talk about the things that we love. Things like TV shows, movies, games, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books, superheroes, toys, and so much more. And if those things get you excited, then you found the right place. You really have. And so please hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell and join this group of nerds. Join in on the conversation. You can join the chat and let us know what you guys think about in there. And, you know, let's have a conversation. That's why we started the channel. That's why we started the lounge. And that's why we continue with the lounge. And so thank you all for your support. Thank you to everybody who is part of the lounge, whether or not you're a Patreon, whether a patron, I should say, a patron, whether or not you're a member, which membership is super simple and easy. You literally just click that button and you go, hey, I want to be a member. And it's as little as $2 in a month, and you can be a member. You get emoticons and cool behind the scenes stuff. And that's fun. And then also, thank you to everyone who gives super chats. You guys are awesome, and I can never express to you how just blown away I am by your support. And we're very, very thankful. And speaking of that, some of you guys sometimes just want to help the channel out directly without having to go through the whole YouTube channel stuff. So there are links to all that stuff down in the description below. Also, we do have a store with all kinds of cool new stuff. And, you know, we had the return of a beloved show here on the lounge, 2 Cents on Nonsense, this week. And I love doing that show. Me and Mr. Johnny Pop do that show. And it was good to come back with that and do some of that stuff this weekend. We got some other things planned and hope to do some more and get that back on a regular basis. But we've got all kinds of fun stuff, and we've got some new designs coming for some new shirts. And, well, you know, new designs that you can put on a variety of things that you can find in our store. So take a look at that and wear it proudly. Wear your nerd pride, as it were. Fly your nerd flag, all right? And if you do that, hey, you know what? Send me a picture of it. You can contact us. All of our contact info is also down in the description below, down there. And speaking of which, we have a new show, a couple new things that are coming. Of course, I know it's been postponed. It's coming back. It's stuff. And now finally, I tell you, summer sometimes is just grueling. And so Babes in Toyland is coming. I promise you, it is a real thing. The girls are working on it. Tiffany is in full effect working on that, trying to learn StreamYard, trying to do all that stuff so she can do her own show. From a female perspective, and so Wonder Meg will be a part of that, and our good friend Sophie. So look for that coming soon. I'm hoping sometime this month. And then also we have Quantum Gaming with Jimbo, and so that's going to be starting up. But we're going to give you guys another week. Please, if we need a logo, for it, and we are offering this to you guys. That if you would like to design a logo to be in consideration for the show, here's the thing: submit it. Our DMs are open. You can submit Quantum Gaming logo to any of our DMs, or you can email us. I ate a cookie just before I went on, so you can email at us. Why would I say that? Email us at poindexterlounge@gmail.com. That's what I was trying to say. That's what I was trying to get out. And now you know, but you can email us there. All right. At poindexterlounge@gmail.com. And yeah, hey, send us your ideas. And if we pick your logo that you created, you will get something. You can either pick from something from our store, You know, if you want an item from our store, you could pick that. Or we can take, with your permission, we'll put your logo on some of those things, and you could maybe have a T-shirt of your logo, your thing. You could walk around and be like, "Hey, I designed this logo. It's on Poindexter Lounge. You should go watch this show because Jimbo is ready to go. We just got to get him a logo." So, all right. So do that. All right. Yeah. So, you know what I'm going to do? I know it's been a couple of days, so I will say a couple shout outs. What's up, Dad Dude Vince? Laser Luke is in the house. What's up, Laser Luke? Anthony Beltre is here. Jared is here. You Do Suck is here. Hal Jordan is here, telling everybody to hit that subscribe button and that like button. Please hit that like button. That tells YouTube that you like us. That's what it's there for. What's up, David? Says, good evening, Enosh. Well, it's just about time for school to start up again. So as a teacher, it's back to reality for me. By the way, have you been able to find the new superpower figures? I have. Yes. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. In just a couple minutes, I'm going to show you what I have found so far. And yes, David, I have been able to find some things. There's only 2 things that I'm missing now from that collection. And so, yes, stay tuned for just a minute. I know what you mean, man. I'll be starting up pretty soon, going back to substitute teaching. So, what in the world is going on upstairs? Is my mic? My mic has got to be picking that stuff up because I'm hearing it through my headphones. Good Lord, it's like they're having a party upstairs or something, and I wasn't invited. What the heck? What's up? What's up? Okay. In all actuality, this is what I did. I had my phone the other day, Friday. And I was on my way. My friends Mandy and James got married on Saturday. I performed their wedding, and Tiffany was in the wedding, and it was at the church. It's the first wedding we've done at the church since we took over. And so it was really awesome, real good time, really awesome thing, really fun. But I was like doing something with my phone, and I pulled my phone up, and I popped myself right in the mouth, like right on the middle of my upper lip. And ever since, I have felt like I have like a fat lip, you know. And I actually made myself bleed. But this was Friday, so it's been 2 days. But it's like, yeah, I'm still like, it's almost like it feels numb almost. It's weird. But what's up, H Barts? Good to see you, man. Rerum Trading says 10th like, awesome. Unfiltered is here. Jason Nees is here. Peter Rabbit's Defender says, hello, Enosh. Finally back on your own stream. Yes, I am. Rest in power, Nichelle Nichols. She is such an iconic actress and an iconic show that made an impact in Hollywood. We'll miss her so much. Absolutely, we will. Hey, what's up to Big Dub Smith over watching on Twitch? Shout out to you. Thank you so much. Rational Skeptic is in the house tonight. Says, Enosh, how would you feel if Warner Brothers Discovery replaced Keaton with Affleck in Batgirl? How would I feel? I mean, I don't think it's going to happen at this point. But I've made very clear, like, look, I don't have a problem with Keaton. We'll talk about this with everybody else in here in just a second. I'll just say up front, I don't have a problem with Keaton being in these movies. I know there's a lot of people who are pissed off and you know, they've made a big deal. And look, I echo a lot of those sentiments when it comes to the fact that I don't want Keaton to be like the regular Batman. But I'm going to tell you some theories that I have on where it might go. But I think it might be wishful thinking on my part to think that maybe Warner Brothers has like some kind of plan, because I highly doubt it, especially with stuff that we've been seeing lately. But I'll just tell you how, like, I see things like I think that like it should go at this point with what they're doing. But look, if I think that Michael Keaton probably serves a better role in the Batgirl movie than he does in any of these other movies. Right, except for probably The Flash. I think that The Flash, I think in that movie, he's going to serve a specific role and have a specific thing to do. But I don't want him to be like the ongoing Batman. But I will tell you this. I think that if he is in there post-Flash, it'd be the perfect setup for this idea of the Flash screwed everything up. And at the end of the movie, there's a continuation. You know, if you think about the original Flashpoint paradox, you know, Flashpoint with that... you know, he goes back in time, he messes stuff up. And if you have a variation on that, instead of Thomas Wayne being Batman, you know, when he comes back, Michael Keaton's Batman's there. And to everybody else, it's just normal, you know. But to our Barry, you know, Ben Affleck should be Batman, you know. And then it makes sense if Superman's missing, because in Flashpoint, Superman's missing. He's been, spoiler alert for Flashpoint, but he's been, confiscated by the government, and he's being held by the government. So, like, what if it's a thing of trying to find Superman, trying to put things back in, like, if they have some overarching story. Again, that's highly wishful thinking on my part, but, I'll just say that. What's up, Rhea? We love Rhea. Rhea retweeted out the show tonight, so thank you, Rhea. I appreciate it so much, and we love you. What's up, Nova Joe? It's been a blessing to kind of it be a blessing to find Keaton isn't really going to be the main Batman like my boy Ben Affleck will. Yeah, look, I love Ben, and I want Ben to be there, and I want Ben to be the man, right? But again, it is what it is. Yeah, so I didn't see this. I did not get to see Ric Flair's last match, and if anybody did, I would love to talk about it and see what happened. So we will, we can talk about that tonight a little bit. What's up, Monkey Jeebus? Good to see you. Just kind of browsing through here. What's up, Danielle? Good to see you, my friend. Benimus Prime in the house. What Superman runs do I recommend? I recommend the John Burns Man of Steel run. Pretty much everything from that to about 95. I love that run. That's my favorite run of Superman. Like, everything else is cool. There's some cool stuff in there. I'm not going to say there's not. I also love All-Star Superman. All-Star Superman, I think, is great. There's things like oh man, that's something we'll have to talk about it. Yeah, I mean, but I would start with there. Anything the John Byrne run, Man of Steel. That's what framed my love of Superman. That and Dan Jurgens, man. And I'll tell you what, Dan Jurgens just this last week, somebody texted or tweeted out to him, said, "Hey, I think Dan Jurgens should take over the idea of what to do with Superman going forward," and I am all for that. Dan Jurgens has been on this very broadcast and talked about Superman and his take on Superman, and he liked Zack Snyder's take on Superman. So, and because I think that a lot of people miss the fact that it is informed by that era of Superman, given the fact that Clark is the real person. A lot of people will try to go to like the Year One story and things like that, or New 52, but I don't see his Superman as being New 52 Superman at all. That's not what I see. When I watch it, I see a lot of inspiration from that Byrne era and then Dan Jurgens. So that's me. What's up, Draga? Good to see you. Nova Joe is in the house. Jeff Glaffelty is here. Absent Good is here. Yes, I want to see Ben there, for sure. Yep. Reign of Superman, yes. All-Star. Red Sun, oh yes, is also very good. Secret Origin is good. Yeah, those are all good stories, man. All good Superman stories. All right. That being said, we are now going to turn our attention to our distinguished guests tonight. It's time to bring in our friends. Are you ready? It's time to bring in our panel of discussionaires, as it were. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. You know him. You love him. He's the man, the myth, the legend, the host of 10 Forward. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brian Master None. What's up, Brian?
Not much. Been a while. How's everybody doing out there in the YouTube worlds?
Wearing your San Francisco hat there, looking good. Some black
Fresh
and orange.
minute. Bought it for my birthday last week, so yeah, pretty kick ass.
Got the oscillating fan in the back, keeping nice and cool where you are there in the high desert.
Pretty warm, not too bad.
It's been
not
crazy
like Vegas.
Warm here. Yeah, it's been crazy warm here, man. I'll tell you what, crazy hot. Also tonight on the panel, we've got the man. He said don't call him Phil, and then he puts Phil in everything. But he's never full of filler. You like that transition? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Phil. What's up, Phil?
What's cracking, Enosh? What's up, Brian?
Philip. There you go. I'll put your name up there.
Yeah.
It's F.U. Phil.
That's right. Because people like saying that to me for whatever reason. But hey, I'll take what I can get.
There you go.
I'm good. No complaints. Don't really want to go back to work tomorrow, but Mondays are Mondays.
Yes, they are. Mondays are Mondays. I got a full Monday myself tomorrow. I'm going to work tomorrow. I'll share some of that here in just a minute, because we got a sponsor now. So now I'm gonna have to like work. I don't get to just get to make videos just for me, but I'm gonna have a lot of fun making videos going forward. And also, ladies and gentlemen, you know him. You either love him or you hate him. I think with his Marvel takes, but you know what? We love him. We love him, and he's a good guy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Mr. RJ.
Hello,
Marvel
what's up, everybody?
Maniac. What's going on,
Yes.
Marvel Maniac?
Nothing much, Enosh. How you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm surprisingly.
It's been a rough couple weeks though, as a DC fan. Though I know your little Comic-Con weekend was last week. I know you're kind of
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you, man. Like in general, I've said it on a couple other streams, and I'm kind of I'm still there, man. Where it's like I'm at a point where DC is now going to have to win me over. You're going to have to court me again.
They're going to lose me if they bring back
Warner
Christopher
Brothers.
Reeve. Ooh.
Oh, that whole thing. I'm actually I put out a tweet.
They call me the Breeze, dude. I'd keep rolling down.
I basically
the road.
said, please stop defiling this man's grave and let him rest. You see what I said?
Please,
Brandon Routh
please.
is right there.
Anybody.
Right? Like,
Yeah,
Brandon Routh
yeah.
is right there.
Yeah.
He's like jumping up and down, going, "Hey guys,
I'm in a Kingdom Come
Superman.
outfit. Come on.
Please.
Come on, I got it. You
Yeah,
already used me on the TV show."
Look,
big
I,
crossover,
I
man.
well, you know what I'd like to see is I'd like to see them just Christopher Reeve be his own Superman, and let Brandon Routh be his own Superman. You know what I mean? Just kind of like what they're doing with the Keaton world, where Keaton's his thing, but like the continuing movies with Val Kilmer and Ben Clooney.
Oh, I want
Ben
George
Clooney.
Clooney to be like "Here's
George
the back
Clooney.
card."
George Clooney just are like it's their own thing. You know what I mean? Like just allow that. Because it just to me, I like Brandon Routh. I think that Brandon Routh did a great job in Crisis on Infinite Earths. He was like really to me the crowning jewel of that series. Of that mini series. That being said, like I'm not a big fan of Superman Returns. There's parts of Superman Returns that I think are the most brilliant Superman things that have ever been put on film. And then there's just other parts that I just go, what in the world were they thinking? By the way, do you guys watch Harley Quinn?
Yes.
The cartoon?
Yes.
Okay. So Tiffany and I watched the first 3 episodes of Harley Quinn over the last couple of days. And I got to say, one of the things that I love is the writers on Harley Quinn. They understand what's going on in the DC fandom.
Oh, they very much pay attention. Yes.
Oh yeah, because they got like James Gunn all over that thing. These first 3 episodes, and James Gunn is like directing a role. They talk about like Superman shows up, and Harley and Ivy are like watching the adult version of their love story. And then Superman pops up because they're in the Fortress of Solitude. They break into the Fortress of Solitude. Jor-El shows up, and then Superman shows up, and he's like, "What? Did you guys sign up? Are you guys watching HBO Max? My free subscription, I let it run out and stuff." And it's like, that's great. But then they got James Gunn in there, and then they mentioned
There's an Air cut thing too in there. An
Yeah.
Easter egg.
Yeah, there's an Air cut Easter egg, and then what I was actually going to talk about is they're talking about because they the 3rd episode they're going to the Villies, which is the Villain Awards
Oh, yep.
ceremony,
Yeah.
and and the Joker's hosting, and they're listing all these different villains who are up for awards and like who's going to be there tonight, and they list Kevin Spacey.
Yep.
Ah,
I did.
Oh my goodness!
It
Not
was
gonna lie,
hilarious.
he was
Oh,
a good
man.
Lex Luthor. He was a great Lex Luthor. Wrong. Oh,
He's arguably like the best thing in that movie.
Yeah, but they didn't list Lex Luthor, Brian. I mean,
I
they
like-
listed
listed him as
Kevin
Kevin
Spacey,
Spacey.
like
Yep.
specifically Kevin
that's a deep-
Spacey.
That's a deep cut.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
No. It's my favorite part of him is Lex Luthor.
No, wrong.
Oh yeah, the wrong thing, man. Look, I will give him this, man. I think that movie suffers horribly just from
Bryan Singer. Yeah, I agree.
Bryan Singer. Like honestly, it does.
Yeah.
It really does. Like I feel like the cast
Bryan
was
Singer
good.
was sniffing too much of his own farts a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like the cast was
parts, and that's bad.
Yeah, well, and I know that this is not a popular thing to say among Superman fans, and I love Richard Donner. Don't get me wrong, love Richard Donner, but this idea that Richard Donner is the only one who ever made a good Superman movie, or that like all the other Superman, like Superman 2, like anything Richard Donner didn't do sucks.
So, I do have a question. If I'm making a logo for Jimbo, how do I put that? Am I putting it for Jimbo or Black Ops JB, or what do you want me to put? So it's like Quantum Gaming with.
That's a good question. I don't know. He didn't say. He didn't say.
Whatever looks the coolest.
Whatever looks the coolest.
I would do like Quantum and the Quantum Mania.
I got show you what I'm spitballing here. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to derail real quick. But, yeah.
Ooh, look at that. That's looking.
I'm still working on some of it, but I like how it looks with the green.
That's looking pretty nice. I gotta say, it's looking pretty nice.
Yeah.
You guys got to get your stuff in. Brian's on it, man. Look at Brian.
Right.
Brian's like,
They already got competition.
Competition's fierce.
Hey, yeah.
Yep.
Brian's like, I'm gonna get that shirt.
Right.
I need another one. My other one's all faded out. So.
Well, real quick, Enosh, I want to ask you this because you're on the topic.
Yes.
You've heard the rumors about CGI Christopher Reeves, right?
I heard those rumors.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been out of it a little bit. I'll be honest with you. I've been out of things for like the last week or so. So like I'm not up to date on like everything, and a lot of stuff I just have gone, whatever.
I'm just wondering, like, what do you think about this? Like, because you're talking about Richard Donner, what do you think of the notion of them recreating Christopher Reeve and Helen Slater with CGI?
I don't have a problem with it.
I kind of hate it. I feel like it's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It feels cheap.
Yeah, but you know what? Not for the type of movie that it is. Because if it's in the Flash, I don't have a problem with it at all, honestly. Because that's supposed to be the point, is it's a multiverse. And actually, I want to see that. I want to see them reference the entire scope of all of DC. I want to see that all these movies and TV shows that we've watched over decades actually exist in the multiverse. Like, I like that idea.
Except for Grant Gustin.
No, Grant Gustin's going to be in it.
Well, apparently no, he's not.
I
hope he is, but they're saying he might not be now.
Don't believe that for a second. Warner Brothers, absolutely. They were the ones who threw down the gauntlet and wanted Ezra Miller to be in Crisis on Infinite Earths. If they don't put Grant Gustin in it, they're stupid. Which
it lines up though.
They're stupid. It lines up.
They had Black Adam and Shazam within the same distance
Comic-Con.
and didn't bother at all, like being like, "Hey, these two characters, right? Like they go together." No, they don't. Not in our universe.
Well, that goes into something else that I could talk about because this weekend, this Super Pets movie, it's interesting.
So I have not seen it yet, but Isaac saw it and he really liked it.
Oh no, not in a bad way. I'm not talking about the movie itself. I'm talking about what the movie sets up and promises in regards to everything DC. That's really weird.
Really?
But that's well, yeah. If you don't care about spoilers, The Rock post on Instagram made like this declaration saying, "Here's the plan. Here's what I'm doing," and Super Pets is connected to it.
Wait,
basically, he wants to launch an animated franchise, and he wants to launch what he's calling the Black Adam DC universe this year.
Yeah, that wording was something. I'll say that.
I'm sorry.
But if you go on Instagram, he did post spoilers for the Super Pets movie, so if you don't care about the post-credit scene, then
he did.
Then obviously you don't. But
I'm sorry, but you know what? No, screw that, man. Like, I really don't care about. Listen, Black Adam. I love the character of Black Adam, and I've always said that I think The Rock playing Black Adam is.
Oh, he's going to be all over. He's
excellent.
Everywhere with this. He's really going to be everywhere with that character.
But I swear to God, this notion that Black Adam is somehow like going to be the man in the DC universe. And
that's what they're doing, though. That's what scares me.
That's BS. That's BS right there. And the kind of BS that I mean, I don't care if that's what they think is going to happen. It ain't going to happen. It's a nothing. It's not going to happen. Nobody is going to respond to that. Nobody is going to respond to that. Most of the people in the population don't even know who Black Adam is. And if they think that Black Adam is going to somehow save the DC universe, that's not even who Black Adam is in the comics. It's dumb. It's the dumbest thing ever. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. And I'm sorry, but The Rock does not. The Rock does fine when he joins franchises, and I guess you could say that he's joining a franchise, but anytime he tries to launch something of his own, it's not. It's a thing that people go.
I'm hoping when
people either go, yeah, it's okay, yeah, it was all right. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I'm hoping when he says we're going to launch the Black Adam DC universe, he just means we're going to kickstart Black Adam, Shazam, JSA movies. Like, if that's what he means, cool. But if he's like saying, I'm restarting this whole thing in the image of the Black Adam DC universe, I'm like, no.
Big nope. No.
That's a bigger nope than Jordan Peele's nope.
Yeah. No, I'm not there,
Chief.
I'm just not there. You know what I am there for though? Betty White.
I was just gonna say the Betty Whiteism of the day.
The Betty Whiteism of the day. That's what I am there for.
Is there one where she mentions The Rock?
Let me see.
Oh, you betcha. No.
I see what you did there, RJ.
Okay. Well, the last one that we read was The Truth. By the way, if you don't know, these are Betty Whiteisms. It's the little guide to Betty White, and we like to read a Betty Whiteism every show. The last one that we read was The Truth is I'm a great driver, but sometimes I like to drive real slow just to mess with people. Let's see. Oh, today is one from the Golden Girls. It's an episode of the Golden Girls, season 5, episode 12, where she said, "It's like we say in St. Olaf, Christmas without fruitcake is like St. Sigmund's Day without the headless boy."
All right.
Okay. This is another one from Golden Girls, season 3, episode 15, where she says, "As Rose, I thought you wore too much makeup and were a slut. I was wrong. You don't wear too much makeup."
Still a slut, though.
I love Betty
feel
White.
steam.
Oh, I love Betty White. I love Betty White. You don't wear too much makeup. All right. Also, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? We got another guest. Ladies and gentlemen, making his way into the lounge. Welcome with us, the trash man himself, Mr. Anthony Beltre. What's going on, Anthony?
What's up, Greeners? I'm Ryan, Phil, RJ.
It's the cool breakdown. It's the breakdown.
Tobey Maguire.
So, Anthony, you get to answer the question. Anthony, coming in. Do you think the Black Adam DC universe is going to be a success?
I think I'm like 600 million around there. Guess.
What do you guys think the overall box office will be for Black Adam? I'm genuinely curious.
I used to think 700 million, but because of the lack of buzz at Comic-Con, I think it'll be 600 if it's lucky.
Apt. Okay.
Yeah, it was. I'm sorry. Like, how is it that everything, like, what was it that they announced right after that? What was it that came out? It
was the Ben Affleck photo with Jason Momoa.
Yes. So the Ben Affleck thing, right?
Which generated way more interest online.
People were way more, interested in that than than whatever
but,
it was
but here's the
they
question,
did at
though. Here's the
Comic-Con.
question, though. What if the Black Adam DC universe is the only way to get back Superman? Do we take it or no?
I mean,
The lesser of two evils.
Batman's coming back for the Flash and Aquaman, right? So if Henry Cavill comes back for the Black Adam film, if not like a team up between the two, which they haven't announced, they haven't talked about, doesn't sound like it's happening. I don't know. Like I would take it, you know, because it's Henry Cavill as Superman again, and it's better than a headless cameo or a shadowed cameo from Peacemaker. So I'll take what I can get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's better than CGI Christopher Reeve, I'll tell you that.
And you know,
why is everybody against just a passing cameo of Christopher Reeve? I don't understand it.
well,
It's-
like it's
not
right,
emotions.
it's right.
It's
That's
not
the
only
one thing.
just Christopher Reeve, right? Like from what I understand, it's
Adam
also
West.
potentially like Adam West and Linda Carter. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, that's cool, but it's like they never were physically together on screen ever. And if you do it in the Flash, it almost might feel forced, depending on who you talk
But
to.
does it mean that they're all? Hold on,
go
though.
ahead.
It doesn't mean that they're all in there together, or they're going to be separate universes. I don't
No,
think
I
that
don't
they're
know.
going to be in there all
I
together.
think the way it was worded is that they're going to establish that they were the Trinity in their universe, that they were all together.
But that doesn't make any sense because everything we've heard about Keaton's Batman says that Sasha was the Supergirl of his world, and that
I don't
Superman
think they
didn't
know.
exist.
I don't think they know. I
Oh,
don't know.
hey, guess what? Guess what? That kind of speaks to the topic tonight.
Good transition,
Doesn't
yay!
it? Yeah.
Thank you. Now, I do want to I do want to say this. So if they bring in Superman, thank you, Anthony. Says if they bring in Superman into Robert Pattinson's Batman universe, which I don't think will happen. Who do you think would be the best fit in terms of actor that would fit with the Batman that they're trying to set up with a Matt Reeves directing movies? First of all, I don't think that they're going to do that, man. I don't feel like they're going to end up expanding that universe to include
Only if they're
Superman.
really desperate and they want to reboot.
Yeah,
That'd be the only way they would do that.
yeah. I just don't see it. And honestly, it's not a cop out. I just don't know an actor right now that I would go. Yeah,
There's a
Superman.
couple. I mean, you could
Wait.
go with like an Austin Butler or an Alan Richardson.
What was
I mean,
the
there's a
question? I'm
couple.
sorry.
If they brought Superman into the
Oh.
Batman universe, who would you want? Who do you think could
I
play
just-
Batman?
For
You
me,
know-
it'd be either Austin Butler or Alan Richardson. Be one of those two.
I truthfully just don't see how a Superman fits into that world. I don't,
Yeah.
because like it's very Nolan-esque in the sense that it's super grounded, and I just don't see other heroes popping up in that same way that, you know, you have Ben Affleck's Batman and Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, Henry Cavill's Superman. I don't see it happening, but you'd have to really kind of like push Matt Reeves in a corner and be like, yo, you have to do Superman. I just don't see that happening because Matt Reeves was pretty intended on making his universe very confined, I guess would be the best way to say it, like confined to Batman and his world specifically. So I just don't see it. But if there were to be somebody, personally, I don't think I wouldn't want to see Tyler Hoechlin because I've seen that concept go around a lot. I wouldn't want to see that. It just doesn't mesh well.
He doesn't
with me.
fit. He doesn't fit.
Right. So I don't know.
Stop trying to make
He's
Tyler
too
Hoechlin
old
a
for
thing.
that.
Stop trying to make Tyler Hoechlin the thing, I should say. He's on his show. He's doing his thing. Stop trying to make him the thing. It's not going to happen.
We're
I'd
just
maybe-
the fans. That's what I like doing.
I'd maybe flip the script a little bit. I'd probably do an older Superman, younger Batman. But that's just me.
I thought Austin Butler was rumored to play Green Arrow. That's what the people are saying.
That's the rumor.
That's a rumor, but who even knows that Black Canary movie's even going to get made?
Well, the writer, because her movie got canceled.
Her
this week,
schedule's
so-
free because Tomb Raider 2
Yep.
got canceled, I know. But
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it can get worse than Venom and Morbius. Trust me.
Oh,
I don't
jeez.
think so. I think that's still the bottom of the barrel.
I think
Ah.
I think they can get about even, personally.
Really? You think you can get that bad?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't
look,
think
it
you can
really,
ever
it
get
really,
that
it
bad.
really boils down to who Warner Brothers gets to head DC. That's kind of what it really boils.
They're going to
down
get Tom Rothman.
Oh, please.
That's where they would fuck up. That's exactly where they'd screw everything up if they got Tom Rothman, because Tom Rothman's heading Sony route. Like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, Aaron Taylor Johnson just came out and said, like, Craven's going to be the hunter we all want to see.
Oh, yeah.
So,
you see that? He's like, oh, sorry, guys. I misspoke. I didn't actually mean any of that. It's exactly what you want. Don't worry.
Shut up.
Nick Cage off. You know what? I'd love to see Nick Cage be the Superman opposite Robert Pattinson's Batman, just for the sheer hilarity of that. I would love to see that.
I'll be in the Flash.
I actually would like to see Nicolas Cage's Superman show up.
So would I.
You know, I mean, I know there's people who just absolutely hate that idea, but like, I'm just glad that it's not like a full movie and that it's like not the future of where it's going. Like, I have a problem with some of these things in theory, but not as a concept. I have a problem with them being like the thing, right? To say like, this is the thing that's going to, you know, that's the problem that I have with the Batman, to be honest with you. I liked the Batman. I do not like it to be the only Batman now I'm going to get for the next 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. You know what I mean? Like, because it's depressing, and it's like, by the way, I found a guy on TikTok, and it's hilarious. I got to download some of his videos, but he does Batman videos where it's Batman puns, but it's with his the Batman action figures.
Oh,
and
wow. Okay.
Yeah, and so and then he does the something in the way, like he sings it. So like he'll do like a really bad Batman pun, like what is it? Hold on a second. These are friggin' hilarious.
Didn't Nick Cage kind of maybe hint at the fact that he might be?
I heard something about it. Yeah,
he voiced Superman. Peter Roberts Defender pointed out he did voice Superman in that Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
He did.
Right, he did. Yeah.
So like one is like the Catwoman action figure says to Batman, "Hey Batman, I heard. Did you hear that the Joker just started a new restaurant?" And then it goes to the Batman, and he's like, "Really? The Joker started a new restaurant, but wouldn't that mean that his food would taste funny? Something in the way."
That's funny. I need to get back on TikTok. That's good. Funny.
What's up, Zentech? Says they should reboot DC with Dwayne Johnson playing both Batman and Superman.
Why not?
Can we just have a crazy version where like Kevin
Hart is Kevin Hart playing everyone.
Kevin Hart is Batman. Dwayne The Rock Johnson is Superman.
They should reboot DC with the Wonder Twins.
You know what'd be great? The Rock as Batman. Or no, I'm sorry. The Rock as Alfred and Kevin Hart as Batman.
Oh my God. Oh, that's brilliant.
He just made a movie.
Better.
Hold on though. Legit question though. You know Kevin Hart's going to be in Black Adam though. He has to be.
Oh, there's got to be a cameo.
Who's he playing?
Right?
Is he in Wonder Pets or Super Pets?
He is.
Yeah, he's Ace.
Oh yeah. There you go. Yeah, he's going to be in there. He's going to be in there.
Goofy to me.
The plunger here says the hierarchy of Jarbo's washroom is about to change. Plunger. Wait, hold on. You said washroom. You know what that means? This person is outside the United States.
Dun dun dun.
It's very plausible.
Exposed.
Enosh and RJ, what if they reshoot the Flash ending to keep the current DCEU timeline intact?
I don't listen. That movie hasn't even done like that movie apparently may have like done some like additional photography, but like they haven't done their reshoots yet. So literally the entire movie could change by next year. Who knows? It could be like it'll be called like The Flash Goes to the Retirement Home or something. You know, like it could be like a different kind of movie. It's great.
Well, according to like the most recent screenings, the whole Affleck on a computer screens thing is still intact. So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Could change.
How you even
get out of here, Josh Gad? Josh, just stop. Josh Gad.
He's gonna play it.
You are not playing Clark Kent. You are not going to be in the movie.
He really wanted to play the Penguin.
That he did.
Yeah,
he could have done that. He could have done that.
And Jonah Hill wanted to be the Riddler.
Oh God, no.
Didn't he ask more money than Robert Pattinson?
He said no because they wouldn't pay him more than Robert Pattinson and all the other actors. He said, I'm not doing this, I'm getting all the money.
It's like, dude, you're not even on the same level as Robert Pattinson. You're not getting paid as much as him. There ain't no way that's going to happen. I'm sorry. But that's just me personally. So,
yeah, okay. So, first topic, You can see it right down there at the bottom. No one actually knows what's going on with the DCEU. Here's the thing. I have watched a couple of people's videos this weekend.
Is this the aftermath of Comic-Con rant, Enosh?
Yes.
Yes,
it is.
Here we go.
Yes, it is. So here's the thing. You can all shut the hell up.
What?
Nobody can admit when they were effing wrong.
Oh, I
Okay.
think I know what he's getting at. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we can't just be, adults about it and go, hey, guess what? You can't even hide behind it and go, I had bad intel. Right? No. No wrong done on your part whatsoever. No lying, no trying to pad your information, no piggybacking on what you thought was a sure thing by saying that there was going to be an announcement of Man of Steel 2 at Comic-Con. Is that video still up?
I don't think so. Is it?
It's on Mike Zero's channel.
Probably. Mike Zero's more credible at this point because at least Mike Zero telegraphs what he is and who he is. I'm sorry, but listen, if after that debacle you are still getting your news from scoopers, you are literally eating the stuff they are scooping up. And I'm sorry, there's no excuse for it anymore. There's no excuse for it anymore. It's dumb. It is the dumbest thing now. People trying to act like they know stuff where it's obvious that they don't. And then you keep coming back. But you know what? I don't blame you. And all of you that watch it and support it, I don't blame you. Because you know what? Mike Zero's got 247,000 freaking subscribers. Doomcock has over 200,000 subscribers. So yeah, you know what? You just show that you are the masses. The people who will literally snuggle up to the taint and butthole of the thing that's going to spew right in your face. Okay?
Jesus.
You show that you have absolutely no brain cells to actually think with your own accord, put stuff together, and you just love being told what you want to hear. I would love for there to be an actual announcement that this person's coming back, Henry Cavill's coming back, that Ben Affleck is back for good, and we're going to get a Batman movie, and we're going to get this. But the thing is when you literally see people just dangling off of Cloud City upside down after having their hand cut off and their butt handed to them by Darth Vader or San Diego Comic-Con, you know what? Princess Leia needs to come back and save you.
Jeez, I think.
Well, so
I'm sorry. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's redundant. It's stupid at this point. And Deadline, you know what? But Deadline bears some responsibility for it. And the fact that Deadline did not say anything, you know what?
Says a lot.
It says a lot. It says a lot, doesn't it? Look, and I get that. But here's the thing. There are those of us who read the Deadline article and we said, that's really interesting. I hope that happens, right? And we talked about it. We had streams about it. We were like, the whole world was excited for the notion or the idea that Henry Cavill could come back at Comic-Con. And we all talked about it in speculation. But you know what? Most people didn't go to their little website, clickety, 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 clack, and put on there that, you know what? Yeah, Man of Steel 2 is going to get announced. This and that's going to happen. Because we know. No, because they tried to piggyback on Deadline, thinking, well, Deadline knows what they're talking about, right? So we can get in on that. Stop. Just stop. Why are we doing this? Why are we at this point now in 2022? And look, and I watch those streams, and they're filled with people watching. The live stream anyways. The after effect, not too many people care, but it's got its own little fan base, right? So I understand why people go after it. I understand why people are doing the clickbait thing, but it's clickbait. That's all it is. It's trying to get people to tune in, watch, because even the people who don't subscribe to that, right? And I don't even mean subscribers. I mean just the people who don't subscribe to those notions, those ideas, they're going to watch just to hear what you're saying. So if you make something up, you're going to get both the people that watch you,
love you, and hate you.
Yeah, and you're going to get the people that hate you. So, like, look, it's a great business model. But are you just trying to do a business model? Because if you're just in this, because what I think is funny is the same people who do all this crap, they tell everybody else that everybody else is a grifter and that everybody else is just in it for the money, and everybody's in it for this, and they're all cheating you and stuff. And oh my God, it's a crime if you get super chats on your channel and everything like that. And then all of a sudden, in the same breath, it's like, hey, here's a bunch of stuff we made up to get people to watch and give us super chats and do the thing. So my thing is this:
is right twice a day.
Mm-hmm. If you like what you hear from scoopers, fine. I'm not against it. I'm not against you listening to scoopers. I'm not against you having fun with scoopers. I'm not against Hollywood insiders or whatever. What I'm against is like taking those things as face value for everything, throwing it up in other people's faces and acting like something that the rest of the world doesn't, and then not taking responsibility when it is. I've said it many times on this channel. I have had all of these scoopers who are now out here doing this thing. They have all approached me at some point in time. Okay, they all have wanted to be on Poindexter Lounge. They've wanted me to support. I had one guy who was very famous a year and a half ago who was kicking up a bunch of stuff and is no more. There's not even really a trace of him. Asked me about turning his whole operation over to me. Okay, and I wasn't the only one. Tried to turn it over to a couple different people. In the end, nobody wanted it. And it's a good thing because nobody want that tainted name anymore. It just casts a bad light. I'm just saying. But the thing is that all those scoopers want it. And you know what? I said the same thing to all of them. We don't do that because I don't want to have to put up with the nonsense of like, hey, this is going to happen, and then have to deal with the aftermath. And how they're choosing to deal with the aftermath is to not deal with the aftermath. It's to literally just keep moving the goalpost someplace else. So,
there's a couple scoopers that come to mind immediately. One reminds me of Slurms McKenzie from Futurama. The other one reminds me of a dollar bin Barbie doll. So I feel you, man. Like, these scoopers, they put shit out and they poke the bear and they act like they're in the know. And then when shit doesn't pan out the way that they want it to pan out, they act like it never happened to begin with. They don't even address it. They just move on, as you said.
Yeah,
moving the goalposts. And it's like, a little bit of accountability can go a real long way.
Or they delete the article.
That's all I care about, man. Is just a little bit of accountability. Just acknowledge it at least. Just acknowledge it. That's all I care. That's all I would like to see is like but the absolute lack of acknowledgement. It speaks a lot. It speaks a lot. Anthony here with $7.99 Australian super chat. Thank you so much, Anthony. Says, hey everyone, in Australia we have a saying. It's the equivalent of trying to make strawberry jam from shit. In reference to scoopers. Anthony, that is great. That is great. And at this point, I think I'd rather have a Vegemite sandwich than
I'm right there with you.
Than to deal with a Vegemite sandwich.
I'd rather have a tofu sandwich.
Just listen to some men at work. No.
Right? Yeah, like the watcher says here, honestly, if no one likes scoopers, that's cool, but you got to respect some scoopers who put themselves out there to show their support to the fandom at least. Do I? But do I, watcher? Because if you're lying to me, what the hell do I care? What do I care if you like or claim to like? How can I even trust that you actually like the thing that I
well,
like?
I especially if what you're saying is what I want to hear.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
You're like, hey guys, it's gonna happen because you guys are gonna make it happen, and it's what you want to hear.
And Watcher, I understand where you're coming from. Is actually it's a very pure place, right, of trust. To say I'm thankful that there's these people out there, man. They support what I love, and they're supporting, the Snyder fandom, whatnot. But like Brian just said, if they're just telling us what we want to hear, and we can't trust them to tell us,
they become
truth.
Grace Randolph, to where it's like they say something that you don't like, and you turn on a dime.
Well, because I wanted to ask Enoch this real quick, because it is kind of a story. I mean, the meltdown on Twitter,
the blatant meltdown.
Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
She was
crazy. What did you
it's
think
only a
about
meltdown
that?
from a certain point of view, fellas.
I think it's a meltdown no matter what way you cut it, to be honest.
No, either way,
I mean,
just think maybe it's a justified meltdown.
I mean, to me, it just felt like a child getting mad at the fact that they weren't allowed to have something at first hand as opposed to other people were. Like, Jason Momoa went out there and he basically said, hey, cat's out of the bag. All these fans saw Ben Affleck's Batman. He's going to be in Aquaman 2. A certain scooper, God forbid, they got something right. But I think that's attuned to just throwing shit at the wall, and it managed to stick for once. And then, you had Grace Randolph come out there and she was all just having her meltdown, rightfully so, right? And it's just like poking the damn bear. And it's like, I think she's just mad at the fact that she did not get it first. I think that's truly kind of what it boils down to.
Mm-hmm. Well, Enoch, if you scroll on to the second tweet, I found that the most interesting one.
Okay, so I just want to say something with this first.
I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to save you.
So the first part of this, look, I wouldn't put it past the fact that Warner Brothers is playing us, trying to play the Snyderverse people, because they don't want to actually acknowledge the Snyderverse. They actually don't want to go in that direction, but they want to give us enough hope or get us to go watch the movie or whatever. Or, like I said, in my best case scenario, is that the Flash is going to be filled with all these things that, like, at the end, like, because there was all those rumors that at the end of the Flash, it may look like the Snyderverse was removed, that Ben Affleck's Batman was removed, and now Michael Keaton, he comes back and Michael Keaton is the Batman. It's like, what the heck happened, right? And the Flash screwed up the whole thing, which I would be fine with, actually, in a multiverse movie. I'd be fine with that. And then there's been said to be this, teaser that Ben Affleck kind of repeats the thing that the Flash did in BVS, come and save us or whatever. Right, and so like, if you're setting up for more stories where it's like, oh, hey, we have to find Henry Cavill's Superman because, like, what happened? Where is he? Or, hey, Batman and the rest of the Snyderverse is out there, and the DCEU as we've known it is out there, and it's just all a jumbled mess. I can accept that, okay? But again, that's my best case scenario because that's entertaining to me. But I don't put it past, hey, here we're going to dangle this carrot in front of you, and actually this is all just because of scheduling, because the way that the movies fell, it wouldn't make any sense to put, Keaton in at this point, because everybody's going like, when they showed the, some scenes or whatever, people were like, what the heck is this? So it's that. It's the second part, though, where she goes into... That's where it starts becoming like an impersonal attack, where she starts going after Snyderverse fans and stuff. Snyderverse is never coming back in large part. You are so toxic, and everything. This part right here, is this what you're talking about?
Yeah, something about like a story's going to leak soon. This part right here.
Okay, I hear the new WBD leadership doesn't want to engage you, so not even entertaining the idea of bringing the Snyderverse back. The story should leak at some point, just clearing up the mess.
See, that last line is what's just like, what are you talking about? You aren't even a fly on that wall, so there is no mess for you to even try and say is even there. That's the part where I'm
the only thing I can think of is that somebody told her there's going to be some article coming out soon, but even then it's just like, is that legit? Does that even mean anything really? Where's it coming from? If there is going to be some kind of big story leaking out. My whole thing too is just like the fact being like, to try and act like a savior, saying like, I'm trying to save you dignity. You guys ruined it. You all ruined it. But you're the person who not only was given a platform, like basically you platformed Zack Snyder on your channel, but you were actively encouraging fans to ask for more. She was the same person who said, guys, I'm hearing Justice League 2 and 3 is happening. I'm hearing Zack is going to direct Wonder Woman 3. Keep asking for stuff. Keep asking for stuff. And now all of a sudden you're horrible for asking for things. It's just very weird to me.
And that's the thing. That's why I don't trust her. That's why I don't trust them. It's why I don't trust the scoopers. It's why I don't trust anybody. I trust what actually happens now. And that's why I'm at the point I am with Warner Brothers and the whole thing is, hey, if it happens, great. But I'm tired of listening to stuff because, again, I agree. Look, I don't have anything personal against Grace Randolph. There's people who just hate Grace Randolph. I don't just hate Grace Randolph. But like you said, RJ, you're talking about somebody who literally tweeted, hey, I'm hearing things. Mm-hmm. Keep going, guys.
Keep tweeting.
Keep doing it. Keep doing the thing because it's coming. It's working, right? Opportunist. And here's the problem that I have. I'm seeing people going after Grace Randolph because they're calling her names and saying, oh, she's just trying to use the fans. Look how she was like all pro, Snyder stuff. And then she turned and everything, blah, blah, blah. And now she's all don't do. Okay. Well, here's the deal. Apply that same logic to the other scoopers you're listening to right now. Huh.
There you go.
Right? Apply that same logic because these same people are telling you the stuff that you want to hear right now. And they're being found out as not knowing. Oh, but they get a little something right, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, you're like Ewoks, to C-3PO.
That's so
perfect. Mikey Sutton was right. Come on, seriously? Whatever, man. Whatever. Look, if you like Mikey Sutton, I don't care because I don't think Mikey Sutton's a bad guy. I think he's fine. I've talked with him before. We've had good conversations, so I don't have anything against him. I don't have anything against Syl, right? What I have a problem with is just being told stuff that doesn't make any sense to me from any kind of logical standpoint. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to hate on anybody. I'm not hating on anybody in the fandom. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just saying stop worshiping at the altar. We don't do that. We don't do that. But you are. That's what we're made to look like. When we're so desperate. We are so desperate as Snyderverse fans, it seems, as a whole, because not everybody. There's some of us who are just like, hey, I'll be here when it happens, and I'll be here if it doesn't happen. I really, really love this thing, and I'm willing to fight for it. I'm willing to hashtag. I'm willing to do stuff, but I'm not going to be a dick about it. I'm not going to lose my credibility over it, and I'm not going to look like I worship at the altar of a person who likes the thing that I like or tells me the things that I want to hear. Right? But half the fandom acts like they're so desperate for this thing to happen that if this thing doesn't happen, their whole life is just like,
yeah, it's all for
like their whole life is so wrapped up in this one thing. And all I can say to you is if your life is that wrapped up in Snyderverse stuff, take a break. Please just take a break. Because you're letting it consume you and you're forgetting why you're even doing this. Listen, I talked to somebody this weekend who told me, I talked to somebody this weekend who was struggling with suicidal thoughts. And I was counseling them from a spiritual perspective, but you know what? Then I shared the AFSP number, the website, all these things. And I said, hey, he knows that I'm a big nerd and all that stuff and the stuff that I do on the channel and stuff. And I'm just like, one of the reasons why, look, I'm a huge DC fan and I love Zack Snyder's vision for it. But what's really awesome is why we're doing this, why we have used the hashtags, why we have supported this thing. Yes, it's to support Zack, but why? Because he was treated wrong by Warner Brothers, yes. But more importantly, what is that last frame from the movie say?
For autumn.
Right? So,
and that was an anti that just said that. So
maybe, just maybe, we should think about why we really did this. It wasn't to stick it to Warner Brothers. It wasn't to control a movie studio.
It wasn't trying to force their hand into anything.
Yeah. Right. It was simply for autumn. For autumn. For those things. For to raise awareness of suicide prevention and to point people who are in need, who are hurting, who are losing out hope to something positive where they could get the help that they need. That's why we're doing what we're doing. That's why we should be doing what we're doing. And if you're doing this to somehow gain some kind of, I don't know what, or to stick it to the studio, you've lost your vision. You've lost your vision on why we're doing this. 1,000-word pictures here with. Oh, so go ahead.
You said what I've been wanting to say, but you've been way more diplomatic than I have. I've just started snapping at people and losing my cool.
I'm just saying
because I feel like I've been beating my head against the wall. It's like, no, I'm really getting tired of people taking a run at the studio all the time. You know, it's not diplomatic. You know, you're never going to get what you want that way, or if you do, it's like a cost. You were kind of a dick about it, you know, and that's because it's kind of how I feel. And it's the same way that another fandom does the same thing with Star Wars, where it's like, you know, you're going to go off about every little thing that Disney does now because you're pissed off because Star Wars isn't for you anymore. Like, good God, man, grow up, move on. And that you're part of the move on crew. You're part of this. It's like, dude, I'm not part of any damn crew, dude. I just do what I can. You know, like I'll be happy when there's something to be happy about. We'll all hold hands in the sun together when there's something to hold hands in the sun together about.
Yeah. Hey, that's what I'm saying. 1,000-word pictures says, I only want Cavill in Rock Adam, in Rock Adam, Black Adam if he gets a solo movie. I don't want The Rock taking box office cred because people really wanted to see Superman.
Well, that's going to happen.
I mean, that's going to happen.
That second week fall off is going to be the teller, right?
That's the
if
thing.
Cavill's in it, people show up. But if he's not, then it's going to be like, oh yeah, well I go back. I'm gonna watch that again.
But like overall, I'm just curious, like how are you feeling about because I know you were really upset with the Comic-Con thing. I mean, how are you feeling right now? Because just to kind of explain more a little bit.
The Comic-Con thing is a joke. It's a joke.
See,
that's your time. That's your time to show up.
At all.
They should not have been there. There was nothing that DC revealed from the DC panels that gave them a reason to actually be at Comic-Con. To me, they wasted their money. There was nothing amazing or great that came out of those panels. They could have showed, they could have released those trailers and they would have had the same impact. You know, they could have released it on the same day and it would have had the same impact. Like it didn't change anything in the scope of, oh my God, Black Adam is so awesome. Oh my God, we got to go see it. Like, it didn't set anything. So you got to see The Rock wear the Black Adam costume and hover above a crowd. Great,
cool.
You didn't really answer.
That was a good moment.
You didn't really answer anything. Everything that was cool was kind of in the trailer. It was there, and then it was done. It was done.
Yeah.
And like Phil said, you got this crossover potential. These are the two things that you're bringing, right? You literally had Super Pets coming out that weekend starring The Rock.
They didn't talk about it.
Didn't even mention it. Shazam and Black Adam at no point cross anything except for backstage.
Backstage, they talk to each other.
That's really
Wow.
weird.
Wow.
That was goofy.
Okay. Like, aren't you setting up a universe? Right? The Rock universe? Aren't you setting up this thing to bring all these things together and make it exciting? Okay, I know. You're gonna hype up your Shazam movie. Hype up your Rock movie with the potential and the promise of these two fight. Their costumes don't look the same for no reason. Because the average person still doesn't freaking know. That's the thing. You go to the average person on the street, you say, hey, do you know who Black Adam is?
I have no idea who Black Adam is.
Do you know who The Rock is?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's about it.
Yep. Hey,
That's
do you know who Captain Marvel is? Yo, yeah, I know who Captain Marvel is. Captain Marvel is in the MCU.
Brie Larson.
Brie Larson.
Do you know who Ant-Man is? Oh,
Miss
yeah,
Marvel
Ant-Man.
was pretty kick-ass.
Right. I'm just saying, like,
that's
that's,
like, yeah.
that's
Hey, I have a question, Yash. How do you feel that Ant-Man's going to get a trilogy before Superman?
Oh,
Hey,
God.
hey, technically, he's got
Yeah.
one, okay?
ladies and gentlemen, making his way into the lounge. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome with me, Chris, the bipolar Jedi. What's going on, Chris?
Hi guys.
What up?
Oh, I was just chilling. I had worked late. Thought I'd jump on and say hi to everybody. Tell everybody how much I love them. RJ, I'm so sick of your shit. But whatever.
I know.
Stirring up crap. But no, so that's how I feel. Look, I just don't feel that they
It's weird though, because like after Blue Beetle, we have no clue what's next, and that's next year.
I love this, Enosh. It's Dwayne Johnson, not The Rock. The Rock is actually cool.
Well, you want to hear
Is he though?
that? What?
That's
I was
true,
sitting
too. I'm not-
backstage.
I
and
love
I heard
The Rock, so.
Enosh say. I was sitting backstage just now, and I hear Enosh say. I hear you guys talking about. Does anyone even know who Black Adam is? Does anyone know who Dwayne Johnson is? Well, just last night, a bunch of my friends on the UFC, there's a big UFC event and SummerSlam. So a bunch of us were together talking about that. And these UFC guys don't know comics. A very few of them know comics. These are real. But they were all asking me about Black Adam. They couldn't shut up about it. And that made them start asking about all the other characters. Well, what's this Snyder stuff? What's the big controversy? So I had to explain all this shit to people. It may as well have been a documentary. But they're all super excited. Like they're all really excited to see Michael Keaton come back whenever he shows up. And they're really excited to see Black Adam. You know what they're not excited about? CGI Christopher Reeve. They're not feeling it because they're old school guys. They're not liking this idea. And I don't know if it's just a rumor or not, but I can tell you, people are not digging it, bro. They don't like it.
Maybe because they actually want to see the Superman they were invested in emotionally like 8 years ago.
Probably.
Well, what about what's his face? They got what's his face right now. He's good. Yeah, that guy.
No, but seriously, I'm just like, it's just so baffling because I don't understand
Brandon
we're going through so much, but like,
I think this is the Superman we're going to get in the movie.
Ow.
it's better than the faceless cameo.
You know what that reminded me of? Save the Cheerleader, Save the World. When she jumped off the barn.
Oh.
Yeah, remember when she jumped off the barn and got all jacked up and then she just snapped back into position? Anyway, I'm a little
No,
worried.
I mean,
had too
seriously,
many-
do we know like anything that's like confirmed for after Blue Beetle? Because I think it's like clean slate
No.
afterward, right?
We don't.
After next year,
The
it's like there's
Batman
nothing
too,
else.
but that's
Well,
about
that's
it.
but I mean, like main DCEU.
Something
Come on, man.
in
You
the
know-
way.
And I know that here's what's going to happen. No, I can't do it. I'm never mind. I was gonna stir
Nothing's
some
gonna
shit up.
happen.
I was gonna
Nothing.
stir some shit up, but I don't want to. I'm having a good night. I think maybe they're gonna try to do a soft reboot, not a hard reboot, but maybe.
Well,
a
aren't
soft
we supposed to get Wonder Woman 3 though? Isn't that like the one thing for sure?
Where?
Well,
What
they
is that?
confirmed that. What? Like, I was still listen. This is how funny that is. I was still watching Wonder Woman 84 at midnight when it dropped, and I think an hour later they confirmed Wonder Woman 3. Like,
Oh,
how
that's right,
quick
yeah.
Wonder Woman 3
Forgot.
was confirmed.
Batgirl's next year too. I forgot. Yeah, Batgirl. So after Batgirl, I don't think there's like anything else we know about.
They were like,
I'm
Patty,
winning this
we need
t-shirt.
you Wonder Woman 3. And everyone's
I'm
like, well,
winning
wait a
this
minute. We're not
t-shirt.
really sure if we like this Wonder Woman 84 stuff. But and then next thing I know, Patty was supposed to be doing a Star Wars movie, and then that got canceled, and who knows, you know.
It got backward.
I do believe that the reason Wonder Woman 1 was so much better than Wonder Woman 84, though, is because Zack had his hands on Wonder Woman 1. I don't care who gets mad at me for saying that shit.
Yeah. 1,000-word pictures with a $5 super chat says, that's how it starts. The fever, the rage, the feeling of powerlessness that turns good fandom cruel.
I like how you did that.
I have a genuine question for Enosh too, because I was asking this, like, how many years do you give DC to like clean up their act before you just give up completely? Like, as a fan, like how many years, like right now?
Look, I've told everybody, look, I'm not going to be here,
No, I'm not talking
5-7 years from now going, Snyderverse.
I'm talking about just as a general DC fan.
See how he's doing
I'm gonna be here 8 years from now. I heard a rumor that Henry Cavill's coming back.
Guys.
I want to clip that. He's like, I want to clip that, Brian. He said, I'm not going to be here 5-7 years now. Talking about
5-7 years from now, I'll be like, hey, I heard it. Hey, did you hear? The Snyderverse is coming back.
You know what?
Remember that thing?
You'll be like Bob Euchre in Major League.
I'm just glad I was able to tap into
movie,
Twitter.
The movie.
I'm just glad I was able to tap into Twitter over the past few days and have my dignity saved by grace.
Well,
without her.
Yeah. Well, I don't even mean like the Snyderverse stuff. I just mean like just as like
I think DC that they're
fan.
Okay.
Like
I think you have to look
at just to fix things. How many years do we give them?
RJ, I think movie studios. I honestly think movie studios are a lot like sports franchises. Dude, man, you gotta wait for something this bad.
7 years from now, the Flash still hasn't released.
I'll be honest. I give them 3. I'm giving them 3 years to fix this.
What's the average sports
I'm not gonna put. Look, I'm not going to put because then nobody would be a Lions fan, and there's plenty of Lions fans.
No, I'm saying just to fix DC as a fan.
I'm saying Chris just said how long you give sports teams.
3 to 5, I thought is a
no, dude. Because whoever's done that has never been a Tigers fan or a Lions fan or
fandom. I'm not talking about fandominess. I'm talking about how long do you give them patience before they start winning? Like, okay, well, you're right though. The Lions ain't never won shit.
No, and the thing is, the Tigers literally went from winning their division every year, but everybody was so impatient with that, and then they were just like, well, we're not gonna put up with that, so we're gonna do the whole reboot thing, and get rid of the high paid players and stuff and bring in a bunch of young talent. And I looked at Isaac. Isaac was young. My gosh, man, it was a few years ago. And I told Isaac, because Isaac was like super excited, like, oh yeah, they're saying it's a rebuilding year. That's exciting. And I'm like, no, buddy, no, because rebuilding year turns into rebuilding decade and a half.
Well, I was on a stream not so long ago. I will not name this person, but they showed a San Francisco home run against Detroit, and I felt bad for you. I did feel bad. I'm not going to say who did it, but I felt awful for you. And I
have a clip, but I don't play that. See, same thing happened with the Giants, but in the opposite direction.
I think movie.
Romo shakes off Posey. Now has the one he likes. Romo's 2-2 pitch on the way. Cabrera takes strike 3 called, and the Giants have won the world.
Caught looking on the corner.
I'm not gonna say shit. That's wrong. Who did that?
I'm just saying I can't.
Brian, did you? Yeah, you did that, Brian. Enoch, are you gonna put up with that shit? Look, I'm just in here stirring up shit. Are you gonna put up with that?
No.
Wow. Look at that look on his face. He's not.
I just played it. I was the one who just played it.
I know. I wasn't gonna. I thought that was.
I don't know how long, RJ. Honest, I'm thinking, man.
I'm just saying. I can't wait.
When are we getting the Flash? Because that's supposed to be the one that fixes everything.
No. And honestly, if it doesn't fix everything, that'll probably be when they decide to be like, you know what, to hell with it. Let's just redo everything. That's my.
There's one thing that me and on after DC with their panel. William came on his show and he was all, doing the, what's the Star Trek line where he's like, stop it with the analogies. Would you stop with the analogies? You know what I mean? When he did, like, what's his name's always, Bones is always doing the analogies. And
he was just William, just old man William.
Well, William's just like ranting and raving about how, you don't come to Comic-Con without your tools. And it's just like you can't bring Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman to every Comic-Con. You can't make a movie with those 3 every year. I mean, I guess if you recycled it over and over like Call of Duty.
Yeah, but no, look, you can try. look, you don't have to make the same Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman movie every year, but you can try. You can not to try to make the same movie, but you can try to like utilize your best characters. And honestly,
where's Green Lantern?
Those. Well, where's Green Lantern? Right?
Where's
that's
exactly,
a great
where's
question.
Green Lantern?
But that's the thing is they're not developing their characters that like actually does something. They're trying to bring this. So look, I get it. Like the watchers in there, I see you watcher asking me like what I think of this or that. Here's my point. It doesn't have to be just the. I don't agree with William where it just like has to be the A-list ones, right? But here's the problem with DC versus Marvel. DC is built differently than Marvel. You have a character like Superman that inspires the other characters in his universe.
Right.
Hell, he inspires the Marvel universe.
True.
Yeah.
In real life. Kevin Feige says every time they sit down to write a film or to like, scope out what they want to do, they watch
Superman
the original
movie.
Superman the movie.
Right.
Superman still inspires and directs how
Dawn
we
of
look.
Superman?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Dawn of
Yes.
Superman film.
He
Every time
roots
they
with him.
develop or look for inspirations, it's like we got to go back to the roots and remember what this all started with.
Yep.
Remember where we came from. All
Yep.
of this.
So the thing is that in the DC universe, all those characters spring up because Superman does inspire them. Because he is the granddaddy of all superheroes. He was literally the first superhero. Literally. Okay? So if you tell a story where, I don't know, you could tell stories where people existed before Superman, but they weren't openly working out in the open and doing like, these crazy things, until later. Or like even with the JSA, when they set the JSA back in time, like there's heroes, but they were more like on the ground heroes, like they're not like the Justice League, which the Justice League is like, it's just a different thing, man. So like I said, you can do the things, but you can, I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm not going to say it's impossible because I don't like saying things are impossible. I'll just say it's very hard to do DC without establishing your main three. That's why they're called the Trinity, right?
Well, yeah, no, I would agree with that.
You have to establish
Your
them. You have to
foundation.
establish them. And the problem with Warner Brothers is they've neglected to actually develop that. And so when you keep showing up without that, and not just without that, but you keep like putting this doubt as to whether or not you have that even. Is Superman even there?
Do we even have a Superman?
Yeah, and then you're like, well, we're going to replace him with Black Adam. Like that mindset or like that idea, even if it's not true, that's what everybody feels like is being
a lot
said
of that,
right
I
now.
think, honestly, I believe, and I don't want to talk ill of the dude because I grew up a Rock fan, but I think a lot of that has to do with Dwayne's ego. You know, whether Cavill had ever originally planned on coming back, whether he's holding out for contract disputes, whether he had COVID, whether
he may have had COVID, right?
Yeah, whatever it is. I know The Rock ain't one of those people that, because look, Black Adam or not, Dwayne Johnson or not, Cavill shows up in that Hall H, he steals all the thunder.
Yes.
All the thunder.
All of it.
All of it. Every last inch of it.
A 3-second cameo from that man on a Zoom call, just pretending he's taking the cape out of his closet, just a tease, would have broke the fucking internet, man.
He wouldn't even had to say anything.
Yeah, he could have just held the cape out of his closet as a joke and looked at the
They
camera.
could have just shown a
Done.
picture and played a little bit of the flight from frickin' Henry Cavill. And they'd be like, oh my God,
done, and it would have
that's
stole
so
all. And as much as people love Dwayne Johnson, it would have stole every ounce of his thunder, man.
All they had
And I
to do
don't
is
think
put
The
the
Rock
fist
wants to
on
do
the
that.
ground with the rocks floating around it, and people would have lost their goddamn minds, dude.
You know what they ought to do? Since his name's The Rock, someone needs to make a GIF of First Flight and those rocks that are rumbling be Black Adam's face. Be the Rock's face.
That's awesome.
And then he takes off.
Hey, so Brian, I know you got to go. I know you got to go. Real quick question: did you watch the Ric Flair fight?
I did.
I find it hard to believe that it's going to be his last match because I mean it's like a Black Sabbath retirement show.
Listen. I hope to God that it is because I felt he was going to die in every waking moment of that match, and he almost practically did like 3 times.
He wants to die in the ring, man. It's Ric Flair.
It's Ric Flair.
He said it, dude. Like
he was bleeding like a tomato. His head was like a tomato the whole match. He was bleeding profusely.
As much as people don't like Jeff Jarrett, he's kind of an asshole in real life. He is a good wrestler, and I felt safe. I felt Rick would be safe with someone like Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
know.
Even the Undertaker's in the crowd, just looking at him like, please stop. He's like, after this, please stop.
What promotion was it even, RJ?
It was an independent thing that they just put together. It was like Jim Crockett, I think, Jim Crockett Productions.
Oh wow.
Wow. No, that's old school.
That's throwback right there.
Well, what's his name? It's the mortgage guy who does the thing with Brother Love or Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah, I mean that's good though. At least those are wrestling guys. It could have been something worse. It could have been like sponsored by the My Pillow guy. You know what I mean? It could have been something bad. So at least he's taken care of. And
brothers, make sure you put him to sleep on a My Pillow and right-wing propaganda.
But I'm gonna go watch Star Trek 3. Rest in peace, Nichelle Nichols. You were the highlight of the original series movies.
Yes, Brian. Your thoughts on Nichelle? And it's Nichelle. I know. There's people call her Michelle. It's not Michelle. It's
N. Yeah. She was a pioneer for women and African Americans in the industry, as well as like the industry's face and technology. She inspired a lot of females to get into STEM fields. NASA has a lot to thank for having a female portrayed on the bridge of a major starship. I mean that said a lot in the 60s.
How about the balls, Brian, it took in the 60s? How about the balls it took for a black woman to kiss a white man for the first time on television during the civil rights era, dude?
Yeah, no, and then thank you, Martin Luther King, for talking her into staying, because there was a point in time where she was going to leave, and
now she's an icon.
Dr. King said,
a legend.
"No, you can't do it. You don't understand what you mean, like to everyone that can see you." I talked about it earlier today when I did a stream earlier. No, she's just amazing. Like I said, she wasn't in the movies very long, but she was in for the time period that she was in those movies. Phenomenal. I mean, her scene in Star Trek 3 where she, takes over the transporters so they can steal the Enterprise, like that was just classic Star Trek, the original series movies, man. There was always that kind of humor that made those movies just, really
Heck
click.
yeah.
Yep.
Heck yeah. Nichelle Nichols will definitely be missed.
We had 2 big deaths today, didn't we? Who else? Bill Russell.
We had Bill Russell and Pat Carroll.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame.
I can't even remember Star Trek 3. Maybe I'll watch that one too.
Especially lose 3 icons in the same day too.
When we start losing our heroes, and people who've been around, who've just always been there, it's sad. And I think that some of us are now getting to that age where
it's like a lot more names are popping up.
Oh yeah, David Warner was last week.
Yeah.
There are 4
another Star Trek.
I don't know how many gangster movie guys are gone now. Ray Liotta, James Caan.
Oh yeah, freaking.
A lot of the guys from Sopranos.
Paul Sorvino just passed.
Paul Sorvino, right after Paulie Walnuts.
Yeah,
he was in Star Trek: The Next Generation too. Paul Sorvino was. He played a small.
I'm wondering if that ain't me and Mac and Brodan been joking like it's the gangster curse, but it is crazy, man. It started with James Gandolfini and just started working its way down.
James Caan, yeah, Jesus, man. If Al Pacino goes, dude, I don't know what we're gonna do here, guys.
We still got what? We still got Robert De Niro, and we still got. But they're getting out. They're getting old, man. You know, she's right. Our heroes are hitting those ages, guys, where we're gonna start losing them.
Dude.
Yeah. But then you look at people like William Shatner, man. Who's like
Ozzy's
37 years old.
Ozzy's still gonna soldier on at 150.
Who Enosh has a picture of. Yeah, Ozzy will sing perfect, but when he does an interview, we wouldn't understand a damn word he's saying. But he'll sing his ass off still.
Facts. All right, guys. Much love.
All right, man.
See you guys later.
I'll get at you tomorrow, Brian.
Taking off.
All right, buddy. All right, we'll see you guys.
Take it easy.
All right, guys.
I didn't even check on the topics or how many you guys hit yet.
We're still going.
That's the fun. You never know. We're just gonna go.
I just want to close off this. I just want to close out this by saying, look, I'm very much aware of this. Okay, I'm
happy with this.
I've been busy this last week. I think that this is great. I'm happy to see Ben. Ben looks good. I will say this. I did see a comment this week that I do have to. Hey, Watcher, we'll see you, man. See, man, thank you for being here, man. Thank you for being here.
My moon queen. My moon queen.
I will say this about this. I don't think that Ben Affleck leaves his honeymoon with J-Lo to come back to just be like,
just to do a favor, especially a favor. It's like, oh, this is for a favor.
Yeah. Just like, I'm just gonna do a favor.
Okay, you're right. You're right. I'll give you that, Enosh. But remember, if he's even remotely close to Jason Momoa or James Wan or any of the people like this, he might, because he's notorious for doing those kinds of things for Kevin Smith. He did those things for Kevin Smith.
Yeah, if it was a regular Tuesday, but not like your honeymoon. You don't come back from your honeymoon. No, yeah, okay. Listen, you come back, you do your favor, and you go, hey, that's great. I can show up at the studio next week when I get home from Paris, right? I'll be there. Put it in. I can do the cameo. You don't.
Well, here's the other thing too that
I have a hard time believing that.
This can't be ignored either. He was making it seem like he was done after Flash.
Well, he was all
like
in a bad place, man.
No, not even just a bad. I'm talking about like recently. He's like really happy with this, and like everyone's like, "Oh, he's done. He's never gonna come back." And now it's like, "Oh no, he came back right at the drop of a hat to do a cameo."
But
I'm just saying, mindsets change, circumstances.
Yeah, they do.
Change.
They do. Mindsets change. Asians change. Money change. Studio. Like fucking studios commit. I don't want to use the word like career suicide. That shit changes. But here, Enosh, since you're closing this topic, I didn't talk about two things. One, I'm so sorry that for some reason you're the dude that anytime anything happens with any character that's ever been in a Snyder movie, people just throw this shit at your feet like you're the director. Like, I don't know why people do that.
200 DMs.
So I can imagine your DMs are like just exploding since
You know why? Because that's
apparently because you're a pastor. I don't know.
No, it has nothing to do with being a pastor. That's what happens when you're a leader.
Okay, the leader. And the other thing I want to ask anybody, like a real serious question, because we all know Ben. If you were going to grade Ben in front of the camera, he's a solid B+. Okay, sometimes an A. Ben behind the camera is excellent. Could Ben direct and star in his own The Batman? Like
I think he could.
I want it so bad, man.
I don't think he will though, because I think that the challenge is going to be how the hell do you direct when you're inside the suit? That is going to be the hardest thing.
I think he can do it.
I'm not saying you couldn't do it. I'm saying that might be the one hurdle where it's like I need someone's help with this a little bit.
I mean, I'm serious though, man. We get like, look, because I've seen The Town and I've seen Argo, and I want to see that kind of storytelling with Batman. There we go. I'm in. I mean, everybody throws their bullshit problems at you anyway when you see something. But no, really, I could just imagine your phone, like you just vibrating off the nightstand by your bed.
Just imagine when like a picture like that comes out, but it's Henry Cavill.
Oh my gosh!
Got to like close his
oh my
Twitter.
gosh!
It's like the DMs would be too much.
Too much. It's like good, bad, and different. It doesn't matter what happens. Like I get it from everybody. If you know,
the good news in people, whether they respect your opinion or not, they want your opinion, and that says something.
It does. True. It does, and that you know what, and that's why I don't. I
mean, like I said, with this whole Ben Affleck thing, like there's no bad way to look at this. This is all good news as far as I'm concerned. Like this is a great thing for fans. It's a good thing for the movie. I think it's a good thing for Ben.
And I've loved him for a long time. A lot of people didn't get on the see. I've loved him since the early days when he wanted to do bad things to girls in the back of Volkswagens. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. I remember like Mallrats and and all that. And I discovered him accident. And then believe it or not, I'm a big softie. Okay, that speech he gives to Bruce Willis in Armageddon at the end. His character AJ, I loved it. And everyone's like, "Oh, it's such a corny movie." I loved Armageddon. I loved that scene. And I've been a Ben Affleck. And then he just started doing serious shit, you know. I loved him in Chasing Amy. I loved him in Dogma. And then to find out later on he was going to be Batman, I remember going, "This dude can't be Batman. Get out of here." And he did and now he's my favorite Batman.
That's what I'm saying.
After Keaton, of course, but
for this is very cool as a Ben Affleck fan. See him back. James Wan called him and was like, "Can you do this cameo for us or something?" And he said yes. Like,
and it's not just some phony. It's not just some shitty looking picture, crazy. Right? Enosh? These are two dudes that look happy. These guys look happy for once.
Yes,
they best friends. That's
what I love about this. That's what I love about this most of all is that Ben Affleck and Jason Momoa, you could tell that they like each other. When you see the cast of Justice League together, they look like they're the best of friends. Every picture that they take together, it's like
behind the stuff,
yeah. So that's why I tell people like all this, and even when you see them with Zach.
Well, when they came back, didn't they all come back together for little to no pay to do those reshoots with Zach? They were like, "Hey,
Ben did, yeah."
You know what I mean? I think Gal got a little bit of money. Ben, I think, came back for nothing. Momoa, I think, came back.
No, I think it was just Ben who was part of that.
It was just Ben. That was part of it.
It was Ben and Jared Leto, and that's it.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's just that just shows that they enjoy being around each other.
No, because Ray came back too. Yeah, because everything in the nightmare scene was new.
Oh, okay, my bad. So all the nightmare stuff was
so everything in the nightmare scene was new. But Cavill didn't have to come back because Cavill was, CGI in there. Superman was CGI in there, and so, but yeah, everybody in the nightmare scene had to come back and do that. Yeah, Ray went back out and shot for that, and so
that's when the magic really happens. Like when you get a cast that loves being around each other.
Yeah.
Like they're happy to go to work. They're having fun at work. I mean, I don't know. I like that.
I don't even.
And I like that they look happy in this picture, RJ. Like this is the first time I've seen like a real smile on that man's face in like a year.
Right. Well, I'm just saying I don't even care if this cameo is only at the very end for like 2 seconds. At least it's something. It's something nice for the fans,
Yep. So,
what if he showed up in the beginning of the movie?
So I get it. And you know what? For everybody who messages me, let me open it up here, and says, "Well, Enosh, what are you gonna do? You got to know that that this stuff is, these people they know what they're talking about, right? So why can't you just admit that these scoopers, the specific scoopers, they know what they're talking about, right? And it's all because you see something like this, right? And we see this, okay, you read that, but isn't it funny because you get that and then you get this?
Oh, well, that goes back to your darts on a wall. You might hit
exactly.
one.
To be fair, though, because I'll play devil's advocate.
And even if he did hear something, I'll give devil's advocate.
They never wrote that announcement would come at Comic-Con, though. That's the one thing I was going to say. Just to play devil's advocate, to be fair to them, they didn't say it was going to happen at Comic-Con. They said it's going to happen eventually.
Right. So that's fine. And I'm not saying that they're always wrong. I'm not saying that. So all of you who hate watch me and you're going to go back and, you're going to be in a chat, over
You don't
Soul's
have any
thing or
hate
whatever.
watchers.
Never.
Stop
Yes,
it.
he does. Yes,
But
he does.
for all the
Yes, he
people, for all the people who run in the chat and be, Enoch was talking about Mikey and no, I wasn't. Listen, get it right. I think it's great when we get confirmation of things like this.
Yeah, and I'm glad that
This
they were
is
right on that.
awesome,
This is
and
good
I'm
for
glad. And I'm glad. I hope that every one of Mikey's things is right. I wish this was correct.
them. It
Okay?
could be.
Yeah, I told everybody when we did that stream with Zod and we squashed everything and everybody, and except for the other guy, but I said that's an L I would happily take. You think I don't want to
Yes.
see a continuation of this? You
But
think
here's
I
the
don't
thing,
want Superman
is-
back? You think I
is
don't want my
when-
friends to have this?
All I'm saying
course I
is
do.
when things don't turn out to be necessarily the way that they get predicted or told is going to happen, just have that conversation. You know what? Best analogy is this. I hired a guy to take care of the lawns at my church, right? I hired him to cut some different lawns and stuff, and he showed up. I showed him the property, showed him everything, what to do. He's like, awesome, great. And I said, okay, I got to leave. But the thing was I knew that I wasn't going to be back in time to be able to give him the money once he was done, right? So I broke one of my own cardinal rules, and I said, hey, I'm going to go ahead and give you the money now. You know what needs to be done. Take care of it. He goes, yep. Handed him the money. As soon as I handed him the money, we're walking back across the street. He goes, hey, you got the lawnmower? And I went, what? What do you mean, do I have the lawnmower? He goes, oh, well, I thought that you guys had the equipment. I'm like, no, that's why I'm hiring you, because I literally had a lawnmower that broke and we need somebody to take care of this. And he's like, oh, okay, well, I got one. So I literally drove him like 3 blocks around the corner to go pick one up. And he goes, okay, I'll give you a call at 6:30 and let you know where I'm at with this whole thing. And I'm like, okay, great. No, he was not a Mexican. Multiverse of movies.
What?
Isaac, who is
Isaac,
Mexican,
of course
in
it
the
was
chat
Isaac.
says Enoch always hire. Yeah, we do the
Isaac-
best job.
Isaac
No,
is
I
a
did not.
sir.
That's funny, Isaac. But so I didn't. And then the guy gives me a call and he goes, hey, I couldn't get a lawnmower. And for a week, I went back and forth with this guy. Okay. Finally, I said to him, I called him up and I said, hey, man, I got to get this done. Right. So I need you to either give me the money back or figure out a lawnmower, bro. Trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Finally, I don't hear from him. I'm not hearing from him. So I left him a message and I said, look, I get it. It's a few days later. If you spent the money, be a man. Tell me that and we can work something out. I have other things that I can have you do around here. Right. I've got, trimming that needs to be done. I've got, I had weed whipping that needed to be done. I had, edging that needed to be done. I said, things that we can have you do that you don't need a lawnmower for. I said, but either bring me the money back or I said, but if you already spent the money, just tell me that. Right. Don't just avoid me and leave me out out here thinking like, what's going on? Is this guy coming back kind of deal? Just have that conversation with me, But that's the problem is that, look, if we're beyond a point and something's not working or something's not happening or whatever, don't be afraid to have the conversation because you're worried about embarrassment. You're always going to be in a much better position, in a much better thing if you're honest and open about it. You have good communication. And even if your back's up against the wall and you say, look, this is what's going on, this is what happened, people are going to respect that a whole lot more than to just try to, avoid it and not talk about it. Now, here's the problem. We get this. This is good. This, not so much. Unfortunately, what it leads to then, and what these things have led to, is when this gets posted, people going, confirmation! How do you get confirmation out of this?
I was literally a fan art that was done by Zack Snyder. And he
I
just
was mad at
reposted.
first.
It was a
with all the
funny post. That
bullshit,
was a funny
but
post.
It is
It's a
funny,
great
though.
post. I don't have a problem with the post. What I have
Yeah.
a problem with is people looking at this going, see, this is Zach saying, yep, see, it's
Yeah.
back.
I'm
It's
I
back. He's
get why
back,
people be
baby.
excited though. because
But
he
I do,
mentioned Hall
RJ. I'm
H
starting to
and all
get it
that.
too. I am a little more softer around the edges now, a little more forgiving because I don't want to piss on anyone's hope. I do want them to keep that hope, you know.
I want hope too, man.
But
I want
don't
hope too.
go telling people bullshit that ain't true.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Let's be honest. Let's be truthful. But at the same time, let's not. Which I think is funny because like literally somebody left me a comment the other day and they're like, oh, something about hopium or whatever, and I'm like, shut up with that. Come on. Like literally, I've literally been on here like every time talking about facts and truth, and let's take it one day at a time. But that's all I'm saying about that. I'm not here to piss anybody's Cheerios. Like what you like, but just but the problem is don't. The problem that I have is when anybody pushes back at all or says, well, that's great if you believe that, but I just don't believe that. And then like all of a sudden, you're a traitor to the cause. You're a horrible, you're an anti-Snyder person. You hate Zack Snyder. Enosh, you never liked Zack Snyder. It's all a lie. You never loved Man of Steel. You never loved BVS. You never this. And I'm like, really, guys? Seriously?
Enosh, if social media comments or mentions or direct messages to you weren't on social media, if they actually had to come in the regular mail and on your doorstep like Federal Express, how big would the pile be outside your house?
Oh dear God.
Yeah.
Oh dear Lord. Oh my gosh, dude.
They
I
just
can't
be
even
coming at you,
imagine.
man. They be coming
Well,
at
the Dark
you, man.
Knight says that Enosh, you should do a 2 cents on nonsense DC edition.
Oh,
That
I'm
would
sure
be
we will at some
amazing.
point. I'm sure
The
we
one the
will.
other
should do
night was
one of them, too.
hilarious. I watched it with the Doomcock stuff. Had me rolling, man.
That was great, yeah. Here comes the old man.
What's up, William?
How you doing?
Hey man, so did you watch the Ric Flair fight?
Yes, I did.
What did
I
you
watched
think
it
of
too, yeah.
I thought it was handled very well. I was a little bit nervous about it when I first heard it was going down.
He looked like he was going to die like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, and I thought,
It's like, oh my God.
I thought Jeff Jarrett worked the match very well. And I like the fact that he came out with the big gold belt. I thought that was cool.
That was cool.
So the whole thing was handled well, I think.
Good. Did he win?
Yeah, I didn't catch the end of it because I was at work.
The end of it, I think he had a concussion because he was like so out of it. Like he was just like it was like laying on like it was.
I saw the speech. I got back on for the speech. That was kind of cool. So,
I just hope it's really done because even Undertaker was like, I'm like, please be done after this, no more.
Yeah, you know
like,
what?
They're all looking at him like, please don't do anymore.
I saw that look, and he knows. Undertaker knows. If you do an X-ray of Mark Calloway, there's a lot of broken shit in there, man. That's a
broken man.
Broken stuff. So, hilarious.
Wow.
What I love is when I tune in to see William's show on Saturday night, and it's not me giving William hell.
Nah.
Other people acknowledge the fact that they could take William out.
No, the guy you were talking to, Armando Aguilar. Mm-hmm. No joke, is a seriously dangerous person. That is, he's skilled in jiu-jitsu. He's a pro belt. I mean, he's a professional wrestler. He's done professional wrestling. That's and I've known him since 2001. And he is my whenever we talk wrestling, I try to get him on, but our schedules never line up. And they finally lined up last night because he took the night off for UFC. He's big in the UFC too, so we had the opportunity to talk UFC, SummerSlam, and then it turns into an hour and a half wrestling conversation, which I had no problem with. But that was cool. We covered a lot of stuff. We covered the entire globe of wrestling. But yeah, Armando is legit a guy you do not want to bump into an alley.
And you're still talking trash about him. So
oh no, we've been doing it for 20 years. It's been an ongoing thing. The rescheduled match that we'll never have. But he's a pretty cool dude. I mean,
William at 65 at WrestleMania 1.
Now that I watched WrestleMania 1.
I think I was 10. Yeah.
Yeah. It was that
Even
was the
Logan Paul did a good job yesterday, which is crazy.
Logan Paul's actually a combat wrestler though, so he fits in. It's not like Bad Bunny where he has to train to be something.
I'm gonna tell you that Shawn Michaels spot he did from the rope to the table was pretty intense, man. Like that was well done.
I'll give him credit. The way the whole Paul brothers came on was a little bit kind of unnerved me.
It was douchey.
But,
yeah, I get it.
Yeah. He's committed to this. He looks like he's committed to the craft. So I'm like, you know what? If you're gonna spend the time and do the work, I'll give you the time of day. And I thought last night that pay-per-view was entertaining. It was still stupidly booked, but it was still fun to watch. Like the tractor when Brock
that ending, William. Oh my God, I've never seen anything like that.
With the tractor, I've never seen anybody use the thing that they wrote out. I mean, I've seen people wrote out in trucks, Zambonis and stuff. I've never seen anybody use it to that effect.
Kurt Angle with a milk truck, all of it, but I ain't never seen anybody try to flip a ring with a tractor. That was insane. And those rings that cost like $100,000.
Yeah,
I mean, he picked that thing up. What did you think, William, about now? Maybe it's just me, but I thought the symbolism for them literally burying Brock Lesnar. Like they buried him. They buried him under stuff. And the word bury goes hand in hand with wrestling.
Well,
now, there's no way Brock let them do that unless he was in on it.
No,
Brock will do whatever you pay him to do.
It was meant to be the end of that feud anyway. That's the whole point.
Yeah, it was
like the culmination of like a decade of matches. So it's
too many matches.
I don't know. I love Roman Reigns, but I'm also a Brock guy because I'm a huge UFC guy. And I'm telling you, something didn't sit right with them burying him under a bunch of garbage and then standing on it.
I thought that was awesome.
It bothered me.
I can't stand Brock Lesnar.
The Bloodline feud has lasted too long. He's been
it has.
Well, because there's no feasible person.
Yeah, and the Bianca one with Becky's run its course too, man. We need to get on something new.
Well, yeah, they are.
And hopefully Triple H. I mean, because right now it's Triple H is handling everything except for development, which is Sean. So you've literally got DX in charge of shit now. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Tonight, our Raw tomorrow night is going to be important because, like I said,
again, though, you can't anticipate change. Like Rome wasn't built in a day. It's going to take time. It's going to take some time. But I think we're on a much better path.
Some significant changes tonight. You should see some because they basically, whenever you've had SummerSlam, every year at SummerSlam, that's usually where they change the course in all their feuds.
It's the second reset. You get a reset at WrestleMania and you get a reset at SummerSlam. Like that's how it usually works.
This is where they lead you for the next 3 or 4 months. So if Triple H is going to take hold of the company and he's going to be a major difference maker, then you should see it tonight because this should be the beginning of everything that's going to happen from now till Royal Rumble. So,
did you see his tweet?
No, I did not.
Triple H put out a tweet that said ... and this is just the beginning. And he was showing a couple clips from SummerSlam, and one of them was
it was the clip with Bailey
coming back with I don't know those other two girls. Are they from the indie scene or what? I don't know them.
They're from NXT. Dakota Kai got released by Vince during those budget cuts, and they brought her back.
But yeah, it was a fun show, and I'm anxious to see if anybody can do it. It's Triple H. He's always had a mind for this business.
So
whether he buried 1,000 people to get where he's at or not.
I watched way too much wrestling today. Like I said, I have to rewatch the Ric Flair thing because I was watching it on my phone, which I do not like to do, but I wanted to see how he looked live. And I really wanted to see his ring entrance. I really wanted to see how that goes. And I thought that was cool. Like I said, Ric Flair for me is very special when it comes to wrestling, even more so than Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan is what made wrestling relatable to me as far as me getting to watch it, as far as like it was the doorway. But once I entered that WWF doorway, I was right immediately into AWA, NWA, World Class Wrestling, Jerry Lawler, all those guys, and Ric Flair was there for that entire point. And he was like, it was church on Saturday because every Saturday Ric Flair he was coming out, and his speeches would get crazy. He'd start ripping off his tie, taking off his shoes. I mean, if you ever are feeling down, go YouTube some of Ric Flair's speeches, and they'll pick you right back up.
Well, speaking of scripted fights, Stallone is not happy.
No, he's not. He's a little upset.
I saw this. Yeah, I saw this. This is a wild story.
But
it is
why
a wild
take a
story.
shot? You know, I don't want to bury the lead. I'll go ahead and say what you're going to say.
So
I don't want to
Stallone is not happy. It was announced this weekend that they are doing a spin-off of Creed now. First of all, it was first talked about that Creed is now been delayed several months.
Yeah, until next year.
Yeah, it's the final film in the trilogy too. It's the last one.
Is Ryan doing that one too?
Sure
no,
is.
it's Michael B. Jordan in his directorial debut.
Oh well, that could be why. Yeah. You're a busy boy.
Sure, it's the last one, right?
Busy.
Sure, it's the last one. So
it might be the last Creed, but we'll get a spin-off of other stuff.
But so apparently we're gonna get a Drago spin-off because that's what everybody wanted. That's what we're all clamoring for.
The Drago Kid, yeah.
Yes, the Drago Kid. So Sylvester Stallone, though, has spoken out about his dispute with original Rocky producer Irwin Winkler, following the announcement of a new spin-off film focusing on the Drago character from Rocky IV and Creed II. In a new Instagram post, he doesn't name Winkler, but says a 94-year-old producer and his children are once again picking what is left, all caps, off the bones of another wonderful character.
Damn.
He added, I am sorry to the fans. I, all capitals, apologize to the all capitals fans. I never wanted, all capitals, Rocky to be exploited, all capitals, for this greed. Hashtag no shame. Hashtag sad day. Hashtag parasite. This post follows one from earlier this month that criticized Winkler by name along with Irwin's son David. In a follow-up post, he wrote that he was upset over an ownership dispute related to the franchise. Both of those posts from a fortnight ago have since been deleted. Stallone starred in, obviously, and wrote the screenplay for 1976's Oscar-winning Rocky, which Winkler produced. And in 2019, Stallone told Variety that he had zero ownership of Rocky, wow. Stallone bowed out of appearing in Creed 3, which hits cinemas on March 3rd of next year. Stallone's not happy.
And anyone who follows this guy, let me tell you something. Sylvester Stallone does not talk like that. He doesn't get real venomous like that.
Well, did you hear what Dolph Lundgren said on Instagram?
No, what did he say?
I think, if I remember correctly, he said something to the effect of, when he was told about this project, like he feels really bad for Stallone because apparently he said, when I was told about this project, I was told that Stallone gave his consent that he was going to be a part of this.
Wow.
So yeah.
So that brings up an interesting point, right? Because I was thinking this myself. Is this like one of those instances maybe where the people involved go, yeah, that ain't worth getting involved in?
Maybe.
You know? Like, I mean, like, I don't think that, like, even if you say, okay, business is business, right? And as much as Stallone may not like the idea of, not owning it, like people create stuff all the time that they end up not owning it or having possession of, right? So that aside, in the public realm, this guy is Rocky.
Yeah. Well,
okay?
Even the Instagram
he embodies,
post...
he envelops everything that is Rocky. And if he is coming out this hot about this project, doesn't it put you in a weird position if you're either the guy who played Drago's son in Creed to come back and play that character again, that Drago character, or like you said, Dolph Lundgren to somehow come back and play this, especially hearing that apparently he was told that it had the blessing and stuff.
My bad. It's not about the son. It's actually about Dolph Lundgren.
He went in on Dolph, and that's the part I don't understand. Like,
I was going to clarify. I meant like the movie isn't about the son. The movie would have been about Dolph Lundgren's character, the original Ivan Drago. So actually,
what he went through after the loss, and then I'm hearing it might be a TV show, not a movie.
I didn't hear anything about the TV show thing. I think it is still a movie. But either way, like even the Instagram post that Stallone like posted, it shows like that David Winkler guy is like a vampire sucking at Rocky's blood. It's like really weird. Like it's just like a weird thing.
Yeah,
like
he is, and I know nobody.
Another picture like them stabbing Rocky in the back, like a knife.
Yeah. Stallone was posting some weird pictures, wasn't he?
Wow.
Like, weird.
But he's really upset.
Even though nobody asked for this, and even though there's a debate going on about it and over the ownership and stuff like that, I would not mind a movie seeing the hardships that Ivan Drago went through after losing to Rocky. That might be an interesting extension of the universe, you know?
Will he be CGI?
No, he'll just be Dolph, I think. Well, the early days of Dolph.
Well, but you can't really. I mean, you'd have to use some kind of CGI if you're gonna.
Yeah, because you're de-aging.
You gotta do a flashback. Yeah, you gotta do a flashback.
And now you're talking about dumping a ton of money into a movie that nobody's really asking for. Yeah, you're right. People might just be like, "This ain't worth getting involved in, man." You know.
Yeah, that's all. Like, and usually I wouldn't even think that way, but just given what it is, that idea just kind of like popped into my head. Like, what if this is like one of those projects that the people involved just go, look, it's not worth the bad press. It's not worth the annoyance of having to go through that and getting constantly asked about that. Because if this thing goes through,
they're gonna ask about what.
I love everything. I love almost everything about Rocky. The only one, and I can even sit through part 5.
Yeah.
I can even sit through 5, and it's the weakest of all of them. I'll watch them all. I loved Creed 1. I loved Creed 2. I loved all the Rambos. You know. But when you say Rocky is Sylvester Stallone, you're absolutely right. Like, you can't picture anybody else. When they were shooting around that idea of, well, what do you think we could do about like a young Rocky? And I'm like, we saw him young. What are you talking about?
Right,
what do you think the first movie was? What you want to make a Disney special about him? What the fuck do you mean a young Rocky? We've got a young Rocky. What do you think Rocky was?
Yep. I know, man. And some of these ideas that people come up with, like, I don't understand. What do they think that they sound good on paper? You know?
Plus, I don't know if you guys know, me and RJ saw, but I'm just gonna say this before I grab a bottle of water. It doesn't even matter because Sylvester Stallone is about to be the next big IP superhero property on the mark. You'll see.
At 74,
it doesn't matter.
Well,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I'm here for Samaritan, baby. I'm here for an old man superhero. And you should be too, William. I'm here.
It doesn't mean it's going to be I don't know. How can you build a franchise off of
I'm kidding. I was just going to go get a bottle of water. I was just messing with Enoch. But I just think it might be a good movie, you know?
It looks fun. And that's on Hulu, right? Or that's on the streaming service.
Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah, Predator comes out, or Prey comes out this week, too. Doing a watch.
Well, hey, look, if anybody can do it, let's just say it. I mean, like, it would be Sylvester Stallone.
He looks good for 74.
He still got it.
Yeah.
He still got it.
So, yeah. So there's that.
He's like Arnold, who still got it.
Yeah. So I hope the best comes out of this. I love the Rocky franchise.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I love the Rocky franchise. I've really enjoyed Creed. I really especially loved the first Creed. I think that it'll be interesting to see what the third Creed has in store for us, because the second Creed. I will say this: I like the second Creed. I do like the second Creed. I do like the way that, like, I already thought Rocky 4 was a great movie, you know, but I do like how it
it added to it.
It adds to it, right? It does. It makes it even that much better. And so so I'm good with all that stuff. I just don't want to see them like this kind of, you know, says, you know, basically just destroy this franchise, you know.
We'll destroy a character legacy, yeah.
You know, so
I think we could see a potential lawsuit, to be honest. I think Stallone may actually go take this to court and get control eventually.
He would lose.
He would probably lose. Doesn't mean he's not going to try fighting it, though.
Nah, because he's going to lose, and then whoever he's going after is going to countersuit. It's not worth it. There's a reason why he hasn't done it to this point. He has no case, so
you know.
He knows he doesn't. That's why we're talking about it on here, and he's not doing it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Jonathan Major is the villain for Creed 3, so that's going to be interesting.
Oh, yeah, I totally forgot about that, yeah.
Yo, you saw those behind the pictures. He was, like, damn, he'll knock you out.
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what comes about, you know. I'll tell you, strange things happen sometimes with IPs, and how they end up switching hands and stuff, and things that seem. I mean, there's been a lot of court cases that have seemed like absolute open and shut cases that we just go, nah, they don't have a chance in hell, and then all of a sudden, oh, here comes somebody with something else, So I don't know. I'll never say never about it, but I don't think that. I don't know, man.
He's felt this way about this for since 2000, the early 2000s, and he's explored. There's been articles about him exploring all kinds of legal means, and they all lead to nowhere. So it's different when, and like I said, Robert Meyer Burnett always says it's not what's fair or what you can negotiate.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And there's just time. There was a time and place for him to negotiate that time of leverage, and it's not 2022, unfortunately, for him.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
I'll never say never.
All right, and then finally tonight, Marvel.
Oh, yeah. I didn't get to talk to you about this at all, Enosh. What do you think of their Comic-Con stuff?
Well, I mean, Marvel, I said it very clearly. Marvel, all they had to do was show up. Literally, they just walked in the room.
Oh, they did more than show up, though.
I know, but I'm just saying that's all they had to do. But they walked in, they obliterated everything, and, they made it happen, man. They literally acted like they were a professional company that wanted to promote their things, and they made themselves look great. So, how who could say otherwise, right?
Yeah.
I mean, who could say?
Well,
otherwise?
I didn't get to ask you. I mean, if you can remember anything, it was like they really excited you, or you thought it was really interesting at all.
No,
it's coming up.
No. I mean,
no.
No, not really. I mean, look, I like
some of the stuff is 3 years away. So
yeah, I mean, look, I like Ant-Man. That's great. I really, at this point, I don't give a crap about Kang. I don't. I found Kang to be the most lackluster thing in Loki.
Well, that was one version.
Yeah,
I know. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just saying. Seeing that, I really didn't care. And if that's my first, they oh, here's Kang, I'm just saying as a casual fan, and I love Loki. It's my favorite of all the streaming shows. So I love the show, but again, I really don't care about Kang as a character. Ant-Man, I love Ant-Man, but there's I don't know about the next Ant-Man movie. I believe in Paul Rudd. And I believe in that character, so I believe that it's going to be good. But it's got MODOK in it, apparently, and
MODOK.
I can't stand that character.
Well, he's not going to look. Well, they say he's not going to look comic accurate.
Well, we shall see.
I got one concern about their whole panel, and a lot of it has to do with what they're going into the multiverse. There's two roads you can take. Whenever you do a multiverse type of story where you're dealing with different timelines, reality, all this in your presentation. Usually you're doing in a comic books as a result of things becoming too cluttered. It generally isn't the basis of a story. My concern here is I've always made fun of Marvel when it comes to so much stuff, the clutterverse. It takes singular things and it clutters them up in a lot of different ways, which is why I don't want to see Miles Morales ever in the MCU because he's going to be another ball of lint on a very big.
He will show up, so.
But probably not. But anyway, once you get to this point where you're...
Oh, Miles Morales will absolutely show up.
He's coming sooner rather than later.
That is absolutely happening. There's no way that they turn down the opportunity to bring in that character.
But this leads me back to this, though. It's becoming so cluttered to the point where you're starting to hear... It's cool at Comic-Con to lay all these things out, but not saturation, but intrigue and as far as laying this out. These are not easy things to lay out, even on the pages of comic books where they were designed to be, because you had time and you had multiple issues. Some of these storylines, and when you deal with Murphy, take place over months and years. Now, when you're talking about the average movie time of a comic book movie, about 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours, there's a lot of ground to cover, and there's a lot of levels to cover it. My concern is, I might not even concern the question, is it going to be able to people are going to be able to follow this, because it's not going to be told in the way the previous phases are done. When you look at that slate, you can clearly tell that they're going to have to take a different road that I don't know if their customers are going to be It's like changing, a dog's food sometimes. What ends up happening to the dog starts throwing up. Doing all that.
The only difference is that you're adding streaming shows. That's really it.
That's even more.
I understand exactly what William's saying.
That's more clutter.
The Secret Wars and the Kang Conqueror stuff is very complex storytelling. I mean, it's different from what we saw with like Thanos.
Oh, it's
this
3 years away.
Very intricate stuff, man.
Well, it's 3 years away, and there's no guarantee it's going to be anything like those comic book stories. It could be just, again, you take the title of something and change it to fit the parameters of what the movie and the vision is for that story.
Even if you do that, RJ, it is what it is. Even if they don't 100% adapt it to the way the comic, which I don't expect that they would, you're still telling what is inherently a cluttered storyline. So you have to walk a really fine line. And when all these things that they put up on the screen, remember, whatever characteristics you like about a singular character, that's not what you're getting when you add it to the MCU, which is why certain characters just don't fit in the MCU, even though fanboys always want, let's stick everything I see into the MCU. But it doesn't always fit. So
what? No, I'm looking at like what's Enosh doing? Enosh is like, who are you calling fanboy?
No, I'm looking at 187
thing.
I mean, look, they got stuff planned for the next few years. I got that, but like
they'll be around for elite.
Well, 50 years. Like Kevin Feige won't even be in charge of it in another 30 years. He'll be retired.
Oh no, he won't be. But I mean, hey.
No, he'll be done with Disney.
Hey, just remember, we're running at the X-Men yet, and that's like another decade.
The Miss Marvel girl's going to take over.
It's a lot of assumption. It's a lot of assumption. Like for another 30 years. Like I get.
I'm not saying
I get it. Marvel fans are eating well. Look, Marvel fans are eating well. Not gonna deny that. You're talking about something that hasn't even gone 20 years yet.
Yeah, it's only at 14.
We're gonna hit 20. We're gonna hit 20 years in 6 years.
Yeah, unless he's talking about
6 years is
It's a long time.
I know it's a long time.
That's a long time to hit 20. You're talking an additional 30 on top of that. Like you're acting like it's next week. Like seriously, 30 years from now, I'm going to be in my 70s.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Okay.
It's a lot.
I mean, we pray that William is still here with us. 30 years from now.
Behind me? Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure. I think we'll both be in the same grave. But
no, because this guy's I'm a healthy, spry 45.
Healthy as far as potato.
But hey, don't forget too. We're getting Daredevil.
What are you talking about? What you're eating there? I mean, look, like people who play these characters won't be able to play these characters in 30 years.
Oh no, that's the point though. It's going to be ever rotating. That's kind of
but listen, what are you gonna pull out? The bottom basement like characters that like nobody even cares about, and you know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. Like you're not gonna have. If you have an MCU that is still interconnected to what we have now, 30 years from now, you are not going to have any of your top tier characters at all.
I think they're going to probably do an in-continuity reboot at the end of Secret Wars. So
serious question though, and this is especially for even if RJ, the Kevin Feige that was in control of the previous phases doesn't have the type of influence and power that he did. He's still very influential, very powerful, but you've seen the
bomb cheap pack.
Yeah, not really. He still basically does. The only thing that changed is again who he's answering to. I don't think it. Well, I'm not saying it's not a big change, but again,
Phase 20 will be epic.
No, the thing is with Bob Chapek that people don't realize too is that you don't mess with the Golden Goose. You don't mess with the Golden Goose.
Bob Chapek has historically messed with the Golden Goose. Disney
right.
with the Golden
Hold
Goose.
on though, but when you start messing with the Golden Goose and there's diminishing returns or it's not performing the way they like, they're gonna side with Feige and pick out Chapek. So I'm not really worried about that factor.
Getting rid of Bob Chapek would be almost as expensive as buying a solar system. You see what his deal he just got.
No.
What are we?
Our I respect the hustle.
I mean, technically, it
I
is
respect
MCU
the
now.
hustle, but no. Okay, well, can I ask this? Can I ask this then?
It's all one continuity then, because
it's still not MCU.
It is MCU. It actually is in the timeline. Actually,
are you gonna start talking like that then with DC when Christopher Reeve shows up?
It's
He's
in
dead.
the DCU, bro.
If it's the
It's
same
in the
Christopher
DCU now,
Reeves, I
so it's
mean,
canon.
Yeah. I mean, technically, it would be canon to the DCU's multiverse.
That's so stupid. How you don't have Grant Gustin?
And we're not talking about characters or canon.
Grant
we're talking
Gustin will
about
be
the
there, dude.
company
Grant
and how
Gustin
the
will be
companies ran.
Yeah.
And
that's,
MCU didn't really get off the ground until 2008 with Iron Man. So
Yeah.
Oh my
But like I said, I'm
God,
focusing on the
bro.
here and now, not what's like 10 years away, 20 years away. In the here and now, I think Phase 5 is looking very exciting. It's going to deliver on kind of like, we did a lot of setup. Now it's more so execution. We got a lot of setup and new characters, you know? So.
William is already wow.
I mean, I want it to be good, but at the same time, man, look, things do run their course. Even things. As big
I would
as
do this.
MCU.
I would do this all day.
No, I can't.
Me and William, Dance Revolution. Let's do it right now.
No.
Who even has
See?
that?
He backs off. He backs
I don't
off
get-
every time. Every time he's actually challenged. Last night on his show, watch his show. When I actually put him in a place, and when the guy who was on actually puts him in a place and like backs him in a corner, he's like, "Oh, I feel I'm being attacked. I feel."
Here's what I was trying to do. I'm trying to put on a quality show.
You're trying to talk a big talk, is what you're trying to do. We all know.
Here comes Grandpa.
We all know what you're trying to do. You're trying to talk a big talk. But the reality is, William, the reality is you got a big mouth. But you don't got a big package to back that up.
Always goes
You're
down to
not the
TikTok.
total package.
Everything leads
If
to
you know what
TikTok.
I'm saying.
William's like, I was just trying to put on a quality show.
I
And he now
seriously
starts
was.
cutting promos.
I mean,
Well, somebody's got to
watching it.
lose in a quality show, and that's going to be you.
I was watching it, but I was like dropping comments, but like I don't know, man. You guys were just kind of in your zone, man. You know.
well, I had a guest on that I rarely get a chance to get on. It's on SummerSlam night. Things are lining up, and here comes Enosh, just kicking stuff around. It's like whatever.
That was
Bring it on,
Somebody
little
clipped
man.
that. That was really good. Did that land in the garbage? Because if it did, I'm gonna shit.
There's not a garbage back there, no.
You got super chats.
Jesus Christ.
You got 2 super chats.
Yes, I see it. See, even then, he's trying to get away from the
He's
question at
trying to
hand.
change the subject.
Trying to change the subject. Peter Evans, Defender, with a $4.99 super chat. Thanks, buddy. Says, here's my ranking on MCU official works.
What if it's excluded?
And trigger warning, top 5 will upset some of you. All right.
Why would you put TV
Hold on.
shows there?
Wow. Top 35.
Yeah, because that's the Disney Plus shows and the movies. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
A lot.
Top 35. Top 35.
Holy shit!
Everybody,
is this really a list?
Yes, everybody make sure to get your super chat in of your top 35, and we will read it as well. Number 35, Ultron. I agree with that. It's at the bottom basement. For me, number 34 would be, and well, I don't know, man. Which is worse, Ultron or Endgame?
What?
Yeah,
Jesus
he's
Christ,
on
where you
track.
going with that?
Oh, I didn't realize Enosh was like a hater.
You missed it. You missed.
I had
Yeah,
no
Ultron,
idea.
Ultron
he's
is
got
worse.
rants about it.
Ultron is worse than Endgame. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's got
Okay.
the Thor movies in the right spot or close to the spot.
Number 34, Iron Man 2. Number 33, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Number 32, Thor, Love and Thunder. Number 31, Thor, The Dark World. Number 30, Cap.
Wow,
Captain
Iron Man
Marvel.
2. That's one of my favorite ones, man. But I like bad movies. So.
On to the next super chat. Thank you, buddy. It says number 29,
Doctor Strange.
Daredevil?
Doctor Strange
Doctor
1.
Strange, yeah.
Number 28, Iron Man 3. Number 27, WandaVision. Number 26, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Number
Moon
25, Moon Knight.
Moon Knight. Yeah.
Number 24, The Incredible Hulk. Number 23, Avengers 1. Number 22, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Number 21,
What does he have
Hawkeye.
a number- what does he
See, I
have
don't
a
know
number-
how we put Hawkeye above, like, Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, I'm
or
for it. I'm
Avengers
for it, bro.
1.
I love Hawkeye. I don't know about Guardians of the Galaxy.
How
I
is
love
Avengers
Guardians.
number 1 not in the top 5?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, this
Uh-huh.
people have different
Look,
opinions.
it's Peter Rabbit's Defender's opinion, and, he gave a super
I
chat
love that
for
he's
it.
got Black Widow in the top 20 though.
There you go. Black Widow is number 20. Number 19 is Far From Home. Number 18 is Ant-Man. Number 17 is Falcon. Number 16 is Captain America, First Avenger.
The first Avengers.
That's in my top 10.
Yeah, no,
that's a top 5.
That's one of my least favorite Marvel movies ever.
What?
Yeah, I don't like the first Captain America at all.
Oh my god!
Oh, wow. Hey, you know what?
I love Winter Soldier, but I'm not digging the first Avenger. There's only like 4 Marvel movies that I really don't like, and that's one of them.
Shit, three of those from
All
me
right,
are Thor movies.
continuing from there, Peter Rabbit's Defender with number 15 is Shang-Chi. Number 14 is Thor 1. Number 13 is Iron Man. Number 12 is Ragnarok. Number 11 is Civil War.
Civil War's great.
Number 10 is Infinity War. Number 9 is Miss Marvel. Number 8 is Eternals. Number 7 is Loki. Number 6 is Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 5 is Winter Soldier. Yeah, Winter Soldier. Yeah,
Winter Soldier's easily in a top 5.
Number 4 is Black Panther. Number 3 is
Homecoming.
Spider-Man Homecoming. Number 2 is No Way Home, and number 1 is Endgame. Wow. Totally opposite end of the spectrum.
Can't wait for Wakanda Forever and the Multiverse Saga.
Yo, I am so hyped for Wakanda.
Shang-Chi is like.
I have a ton. I can watch that over and over. I have a ton of fun with that movie. That's a great movie.
I love the action in that movie. That was amazing. To have that on it was great.
Yeah, but I did not know that Enosh was not an Endgame guy.
Yeah, I hate Endgame.
You missed the stories.
Dude, I just can't stand
Endgame, I don't want to
man.
get into that.
I can't stand Endgame. It gets on my nerves, man. Something fierce. Okay, Monkey Jeebus here says so. This is a great segue because we could continue to talk about Marvel a little bit, but Monkey Jeebus says in 9 hours, Lego Optimus Prime will be mine, and I'll be in jail for burning Target down. So guess what comes this week, folks? What's supposed to come Wednesday? My Hot Toys from Max. From Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about those. It's been like
they're supposed to come
a year and a half.
Yep. So, speaking of which, don't forget, folks. We'll
a lot of those you get put on a waiting list. Yeah.
We'll give this away tomorrow.
Is that mine?
But you won the last one. No, the last one's it's coming to you. But Revelation Skeletor is going to be for someone who is either a member, a patron, or gives super chats. So you're still eligible for it tonight.
That's a cool looking Skeletor, man. That's
dude, it's
really
an awesome
cool looking
Skeletor.
Dude. Yeah, that's the first time I've seen him. I like that. I like that a lot.
It's an awesome Skeletor. Look at the artwork on that. I mean,
dude, don't even get me started on this new Masters of the Universe artwork is incredible. All of it.
So you guys want to see some toys? Let's speaking of toys, let's have a little commercial breaky, shall we? Okay. So check this guy out.
You're just gonna piss off William, you know that, right?
Sergeant Krill. Stormtroopers with lightsabers.
Nice.
How is that possible? Wow.
Because they're cool. I love the art.
What IP is that from? Rebels?
This is from. What is he from again?
Because I'm trying to think of Clone
Sergeant
Wars?
Krill, formerly undercover agent 524 or 5241, serves as the leader of the elite group of stormtroopers, Task Force 99, better known as Scar Squadron, under the direct command of Darth Vader. Yeah,
I've never seen a stormtrooper with a lightsaber ever.
Yeah, he's awesome. Then I've got some retro figures. I got my Bill Burr action figure.
Hey, Mads.
Yep.
Migs. I always call him Mads.
I've got Migs. I got my retro Inquisitor.
Ooh,
looks so different from.
They couldn't have thrown a little chrome on that lightsaber, just a little chrome paint. Really?
Well, it's supposed to be retro, dude. It's the retro.
Oh, version. Yeah. Okay, yeah, the retro. Okay.
I've got my
5 points of articulation. You got Reva. I ordered her. I don't have her
Reva.
Her face, look. You look like...
No, the new Black Series molds are great, Anthony. I
also have this Reva.
Yeah, that looks good.
3 3/4.
Oh, dude, yeah, dude. this Reva, dude? Are you serious?
Yeah, those
Like,
molds, the new Hasbro
face
molds
looks
are
good.
amazing.
Face looks fine.
that face looks awesome, dude.
Their molds have gotten better and better and better. I
Well,
mean, that's
what
up there
about
with me
Anakin?
with figure
I've
art.
got the Obi-Wan Kenobi Darth Vader, which looks like the retro, except for he comes with that kind of lightsaber.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
He should have came with a crack in the helmet, but they'll milk you for some money for that later.
Yep. Heck yeah, they will. Okay. We also have
Nice.
the fifth brother.
Okay.
All right, we got the fifth brother. We've got Obi-Wan Kenobi, which I'll be honest with you, I don't know about the head sculpt on this one.
Yeah.
Well, it's 3 3/4, man.
He
It's
looks
a lot harder.
weird.
Yeah,
It's the retro one, like I said. It's
Yeah.
not, it's supposed to be the retro ones. So, got that. And I'm going to open up something live on the air here in just a minute.
Joga, Axel, I want to see. That.
I got Wave 6 of Star Wars Black Series figures. You ready? So this isn't in Wave 6, but I just got this guy at Target from Rogue One.
Was it? Oh, Rogue One, yeah.
Rogue One.
Yeah, it's Rogue One. It's Antok Merrick.
Yeah, he's that one guy, yeah.
Yeah, he's that one guy.
He's a pilot.
But
We'll get an Endo trailer
I
tomorrow.
got Darth Vader
Ooh,
from
nice.
from Obi-Wan.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay,
That's a nice figure.
Nice.
look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
I'm gonna
Got
be
the
really sad when
broken-
the plastic goes away.
Oh, dude. Well, it's probably going to be an end of an era for me because I'm not going to collect Black Series figures anymore if I can't see the figures.
Really? Wow.
Oh yeah, I'm done. I'm done because why would I? I'm not going
They're
to.
going to make you unbox it, and a lot
No,
of people
they're
don't want to
not.
unbox their stuff.
No,
you
they're
know what
not.
I mean?
Yeah, and I'm
So
not
why
doing
would
it.
I won't buy it either if they don't give us plastic?
Not doing it.
I've got that one. I've got Endor Moon Leia. That's my favorite Leia. Yep, Ewok Village Leia. That's my favorite Leia. God, she was gorgeous.
This is the favorite one of half of the a segment of the Snyderverse fandom.
They're just gonna cook them. You got me. Now you got me want to watch Jedi.
New Republic security droid.
Yeah, I finally got my K2. You know how hard it was to get a K2?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, dude, that figure's been out forever. Okay. We got this guy. Love this.
The flute player, whatever they would call
Figuring
it.
Dan.
Figuring Dan.
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 I love the artwork.
Dan. Wait, hold on a second. There's the man of the hour.
Yeah.
Much better face
Ooh.
sculpt.
I've got him too.
Ooh.
Yeah. Any Obi, Maul.
And he comes with
I snatch it up.
he comes with Princess Leia's droid.
Oh, Lola.
Yeah, Lola. Love that. Wandering Jedi.
Do you have the Vader one with the like the broken side?
They don't have
They
it.
probably don't make it yet. Yeah. They'll
They
save
will.
that.
They probably will. They're making a hot toy version that costs $300.
I've never ordered boxes like that, Enosh. That the pop where you get all of them in one. I've never
Well,
done
you
it.
know what? You know what? I wanted the whole set. Like a lot of times I won't either unless I want the whole wave. And I wanted this whole wave. So it was cheaper.
I've got two of them.
I got it from Big Bad Toy Store, so
I've got
Right.
Endor Leia and I've got that Obi.
so that's that box. Dang it, come on. Get in there. Get in your hole. But they fit so nicely.
Yeah.
dude.
So there's that. Also, forgot this for all you wrestling fans.
Yeah.
Your Sasha Banks. But,
Where will she end up next?
Costco Reeves.
I don't know,
Think she's
but
going
I
back
think
to
she's gonna
WWE.
come back. I think she'll come back, William. I do.
I think so too. I think they're gonna have her back. They made an action figure of her. Also, I got this bad boy right here,
Cobra Fang.
Cobra Fang with Cobra Commander there in the.
That is
Fang.
crazy. There's a Cobra Fang Funko Pop.
Yeah, I've
That
never seen that
with
before
Cobra
either.
Commander in it. I've never seen anything like that. That blows my mind.
Isn't that cool?
It's my second favorite franchise of all time after Star Wars. Would be G.I. Joe. even over Transformers.
Love that. All right.
You know, slow Snake Eyes.
Okay, so you all know that I got the Batwing from the new Superpowers line. Now I have Darkseid.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
And I got
classic
two.
Darkseid.
I got two because I got one regular one, and then I got one to send to Ray Porter to get him to sign it.
That is literally the Michael Ironside Darkseid, isn't it?
Looks
No,
like the new 52.
It looks like the new 52 Darkseid. Yeah.
And then 52, yeah.
Yeah, it's that costume. But as you can see here, I already have the Batwing. I am just looking for Batman and Superman, the action figures.
Yeah, the Supermobile.
With the punch. Remember, I had one as a kid that had fists on it that would punch.
Yeah, I
Remember?
got the little car back up there. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I
a little
had that as a
matchbox.
kid.
It's right there. It's right here on this shelf, right in there, right there.
I always remember thinking, why does Superman need a vehicle to fly in? Why does Wonder Woman need an invisible jet?
You know what's funny?
What I mean?
You know what's funny? Today on my TikTok popped up an old episode of the Super Friends that ironically debuted on September 24th, 1983, where he uses it where he uses this vehicle in Super Friends to go back to Krypton before it explodes. And he goes back, and because he's under the influence of the red sun, he can't go out into space unless he has this. And
makes sense.
And he goes September 24th being my birthday, which I thought was really funny that they showed that because of that. But he goes back and he has this particular supermobile, and he prevents the destruction of Krypton. And then the TikTok ends, and I'm like, well, how is he Superman then? I don't know. But you guys want to see what this looks like?
Henry Cavill have that?
That's cool that it punches back, forth, back, forth, back, forth.
Right?
Yeah.
So now I gotta get I got the other Supermobile. I had the other Supermobile from the actual Superpowers line back in the 80s. So I have that in the other room. But I'm gonna open this up live on the air here. And,
exclusive unboxing.
Heck yeah. Oh, Pam, I need some Orville merch.
Are they doing it yet?
I don't know. I don't know. But Tiffany and I were talking about
Disney.
Tiffany and I were talking about it the other day. That I swear to God, man, the second that some Orville merch hits,
I would buy the Orville, the actual ship.
Oh, heck yeah! The
Orville.
The Orville's a great ship. The show is a great show.
Todd, you're a super delay, buddy.
Todd coming in hot.
Coming in late.
Coming in late and hot. Okay. What I like about these packages are like when I open my when I open the Batwing, very simple packaging, no papers on the inside, no nothing. It's not strapped all down or anything like that. And I'm actually keeping this packaging because I think the packaging looks super cool because it's got that retro style packaging. But okay, so this one's different. This one actually has some well, got your windshield there. And this one's different than the Batwing. Interesting. Had a little thing on the nose cone there. And it had some plastic on the back.
Bottom.
That looks amazing.
Remove before use.
Why? Oh.
Now, is it me or because I am not. I know there are all different shades of blue. Okay, but is it me or does Superman blue just look different?
It feels like it.
It's always been like brighter to me for some reason. You know, like they should just call it Superman blue.
Okay, so this.
Really, man? Really?
This is an interesting.
You already broke it.
No, this is an interesting cockpit thing here. So this little thing here goes down like that. So you put that there, in there, like that. And so now we need
think it's missing something, man. Shouldn't there be some wings on that thing or something?
Oh, I was starting to get really worried there for a second. I was like, where's the top part? Like
Right.
it clearly has a top wing, and
that bottom part is where it's at, isn't it? There we go.
there it is.
Someone's in deep shit.
I was honestly really worried there for a second. I was like, oh crap, because these are hard to find. There's only one Walmart, and it's the Walmart that's like 30 miles away from me that had it. So pop that right in there. Look at that. Look how pretty. I love the old style classic S from the cartoons.
My OCD's going crazy.
Now, hold on. Can you put batteries in this? What's that for? So it's got a little turn thing on the bottom. You mentioned this.
That's awesome.
In that cartoon, Superman has to put like an antimatter thing in the red sun of Krypton, and so the hands come out and they're like handling it that way. So there's that, but I'm trying to figure out what, because you can press the S, but it doesn't come with any instructions, which is the weird thing.
It doesn't say on the box like Superman's voice or anything like that.
No, hold on a second. What does it say? Punching action. Really?
I thought that's a speaker. I thought I look like a speaker to talk right there.
Oh, you know what? I bet you. Hold on. I bet you. Hold on. That's a weird thing to do. Yeah, that's what it is.
There you go. Okay.
That's how you open the canopy.
Figured it out.
Okay, but check it out. Hidden stuff here. Because Superman needs jail cells.
You might get hungry or something, you know?
It says that they're jail cells.
Who's gonna fit in there?
I don't know, man. But
a Green Lantern.
A Jawa.
Jawa.
Jail cells.
You can put the Ewoks in there.
I'm just saying that might be considered cruel and unusual punishment to like put a dude in there. Just lay down and shut up.
Just lay down and shut up. We got thousands of light years to go, pal.
Right? Like, and I got two of them. So there you go. So there is the Supermobile coming at you. I love that. That's awesome right there. YMCA.
Yeah. I like how they're just like giant fists.
YMCA.
Because of course Superman's car needs to be able to punch stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I never understood it, but I had it because I collected Hot Wheels.
Henry Cavill will have one of these.
I believe it. I believe it
too.
Look for it in Man of Steel 2, as proposed by Mikey Sutton. Okay. So
I had no idea they were making an Optimus Prime Lego, though. That's interesting to me.
Heck yeah, man. That sounds like fun. So, Dat Dude Vince here with a $1.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. Says, do you go direct to Hasbro for the Black Series? There's been a couple things that I've ordered direct from them, but mostly I go through like either Big Bad Toy Store or I go through Entertainment Earth.
I go through Infinity Toys. Yeah.
That was that Monkey Jeebus brought up these. I'm still looking for Superwoman. I have not found Superwoman yet, but I have Ultraman, and then I just got Owlman.
Nice.
Yep. And then once you get that, you can put together Starro.
Wow, nice.
Imagine Ben Affleck playing that character. Oh, that'd be great. Oh man, I like that animated movie.
That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite runs, actually. The Crisis on Infinite Earth.
And then there's one more. So they still have to announce what the what the last figure is for the Starro thing. In the
Probably
Crime
Johnny
Syndicate.
Quick.
Yeah,
Well,
Johnny
it
Quick,
might be.
yeah.
But who was the Green Lantern
Superman?
equivalent? No, who's that's Ultraman. So they got those three, but I'm thinking
The
it might
girl,
be
right?
the Green Lantern. No, it was
What
Green
about
Lantern.
yeah?
Oh,
I
the
can't
green.
remember.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I
what
only
he-
remember Johnny Quick. Johnny Quick's the easy one I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't he vibrate himself into being old or some shit?
Yeah. Yep.
What? He
An
vibrated
animated
himself
movie.
in becoming William?
Oh wow, I didn't say that. I just said old. William's the same age as me.
William,
so I can't
old.
talk shit.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not.
He's 48.
No, I'm not 48.
He's 47. He's 47.
I love how William only spoke up when it was.
Yeah, he's. I added a year. I forgot. Me and William used to be 47.
Power Ring. His name's Power Ring. Power Ring.
He said, "No, I am not 48. Don't you add months on my."
People are saying Power Ring.
Yeah, Power Ring.
I would love to see that movie in live
The name of the character's Power Ring.
That's not the character's real name, is it?
Apparently.
It's Power Ring? Is it?
Oh, the Green Lantern character? It might be.
Yeah,
that's actually a Green Lantern.
Yeah.
That's actually a Green Lantern character.
Okay. Hold on. I wanted to answer a quick question here. Yes, Todd, I saw it. I just have not. I have not had a chance to message you back, but I did see your Instagram message, and I will get back with you. But you got the right Instagram. So if you want to send me your address, I'll send you the box of cereal, man. I'll send you the box of cereal, sir.
Oh, the Skull Crunch stuff?
Yeah, because I got to send him. I got to send. Well, it was Fourth 1000. Gets the other cereal box, and then I got to send Anthony his stuff. I haven't had a chance to yet.
Anthony, I already got my Megatron. Just saying.
Well, in all fairness, I didn't have to mail them out.
Yeah, it came right from.
I didn't have to mail Megatron. To I literally. So for those of you who don't know, if you remember right, we just had a contest to give away Megatron and Optimus Prime. And originally, Chris and Anthony had this little thing that if one of them won, that the other one, that Anthony would take Optimus and
I would
Chris would get Megatron because Chris was looking for Megatron. And so Anthony won, and Chris was like, "Hey, you know what? No, you can't split those two guys up. You keep that." And so seeing Chris's heart,
texted me when I went to give away. I was like, "Oh shit," because I was at the hospital. And I got to stay overnight, so I was not feeling good. And then. So I was like, oh, thank you, RJ.
You won, and then you got out of the hospital. Yeah. That's great. That's the power of Transformers.
That's right. And so seeing Chris's heart on the whole thing, I went online and I found a Megatron, and I got it on eBay, and I sent it to directly. I had it sent,
and I got it in like 2 days, man. They got here quick. It's behind me. I love that thing, dude. I love that thing.
It did.
I want to send by everybody in the house.
So, yeah. So there you go. Anthony, a couple ways you can get on the show. Anthony just messaged me on Twitter. So a couple of ways you can get on the show. One is, first of all, like if you have a YouTube channel or something like that, or something like that where I can kind of, like see you or whatever, that's fine. But then also I do call-in shows every once in a while. And so call in on a call-in show, and, that's how I meet half the people that are on the, on the panel or whatever. So, yeah, so there you go. Or send me links to, something that you're on so that, I can see your work. I can see what you do. And get to know you a little bit better, but yeah. So that's kind of back. Oh, you know what? We never did the Fantastic Four thing here.
Yeah, we were gonna. You said commercial break.
That's right, commercial break.
We were standing.
I knew I was missing something here. We were
staring at this guy. Honestly, I think it's just because really nobody gives a shit about the Fantastic Four.
Listen, Fantastic Four. I'm looking forward to this. I think at this point they should probably just bring in John Krasinski. Don't mess.
I thought you said just cast whoever it is, and fans just have to deal with that.
Well, they do, but it's like you know what? I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do with this.
He was
honestly,
very encrypted at Jimmy Kimmel.
It's gonna be. They're gonna probably announce the cast of D23 next month. So look out for that.
I think that, man, if they don't put Krasinski in, and there was
I think
thing
it's
that
fine. Like some people are like okay with it.
Well, I think that if they don't put Krasinski in, there's going to be a lot of pissed off people. But, like, there was a thing. Did anybody see this? Like, he was on Jimmy Kimmel or whatever, and
Jimmy Fallon, yeah.
Jimmy Fallon,
really
or whatever.
Weird about it, yeah.
And he was being really weird about it, and it sounded like he was slipping up and talking about it or whatever. But
he's dodged the question of his wife becoming Sue Storm, which I was like, really? Okay.
I don't think she's going to be Sue Storm. She seems.
I don't think
really she really doesn't want to do it.
I could see her in Secret Wars, but not in any.
So here's a little bit of interesting. This is in the wake of last weekend's Comic-Con panel. Marvel Studios chief Kevin Feige has been giving interviews, offering some post-announcement brief updates on projects. One such chat session was with The Hollywood Reporter the other day, where he touched upon a few titles, including the new Fantastic Four. The studio is actively hunting for a director in the wake of John Watt's exit, and one who can have the film ready in time for its November 2024 release. One thing Feige can confirm, like with Spider-Man being brought into the MCU, is that the Fantastic Four film will be skipping an origin story. A lot of people know this origin story. A lot of people know the basics. How do we take that and bring something that they've never seen before? We've set a very high bar for ourselves with bringing that to the screen. For a while now, there's been pressure on Marvel to disclose an overarching goal for its current Phase 4, as the various works since Avengers Endgame have seemed somewhat standalone. That's changed somewhat with Feige's announcements last week of the 5th phase and some of the 6th phase, and Feige says the current 4th phase has all been about resetting the MCU and meeting all these new characters.
So basically, people just need to learn to be patient.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Plus, you have 2 years.
Which is what I've been saying for the past year. It's like, guys, just be patient. It's about resetting things and introducing new pieces on the chessboard.
Yeah. This is one film not discussed last weekend was Deadpool 3, and Feige says to look at the MCU's track record for third films to get an idea of what they're going for. How do we elevate it in the way that we've been able to with Civil War, Infinity War, and Ragnarok? It's very fun to be in the world of the Ryan Reynolds show.
So that's interesting for a couple reasons. Well, I think they're going to probably talk about D23. But you know what's really what all three of those movies have in common? They're all team-up movies. If you think about it. They're all like the main character crossing over with some other hero. Iron Man, Cap 3, Infinity War for obvious reasons. And then you got Ragnarok, which teamed up Thor and Hulk. So is Deadpool 3 going to be a team-up movie? Is Deadpool going to like run into somebody and work with them?
That's
Hugh Jackman. As himself. That would be cool.
As himself. I like that. More Marvel stuff is expected to be shown off at D23 convention from September 9th to the 11th, with that more likely to focus on the Disney Plus series side of things. The studio's ceaseless output is also continuing to be subjected to criticism by VFX artists, such as in a piece for Vulture. Marvel is currently filming the second season of Loki, doing additional photography for both The Marvels and Secret Invasion, and is prepping the Blade shoot for in Atlanta in October, along with gearing up for the release of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever in
Forgot Blade got delayed.
Well, Blade, they just delayed the shooting until October, so... But that's already got its cast pretty much and all that good stuff. So.
No origin story? Oh, this is going to be negative.
Oh, you want to see? No origin story? Great. Now we get to fill the DH boards, Dark Horizons, with comments like, where were they when Doctor Strange opened a portal to another dimension? And why didn't they fight Thanos?
Easiest solution. No, easiest solution in the world. I'm telling you this right now. I'm willing to place money on this too. Like, I'm willing to like make a money bet on this. I think they're gonna first appear in the post-credit scene for Ant-Man 3, and they're gonna explain the Fantastic Four have been lost in the quantum realm all this time. Just like in the Negative Zone, this kind of merged the ideas together. They're gonna be like they've been trapped in the quantum realm ever since the accident they get in their powers. Guarantee it.
either that or they're going to say that one of these realities that's going to get consolidated in Secret Wars is one that they were basically without, it was their own world where they didn't coexist with anybody or anybody that we know of. And as these universes get consolidated, the world's smartest man is going to help save.
Well, here's the other thing too. When they say it's not an origin story, I don't buy that because here's the thing. Kevin Feige said Captain Marvel was not going to be an origin story, but it kind of was. It's that most of the origin was told in flashbacks. Or Incredible Hulk, that wasn't an origin story. They said, but they did the origin in the opening credits. Like they're going to do the origin in some way. They're going to address it. It's just like not the entire movie is going to be the origin. It's like it could be a flashback.
It's not a chapter in the movie, is what he's saying.
Right. It's like it's gonna be like they're gonna address the origin either in a flashback or the opening credits. But you will see the origin of the Fantastic Four in some way. They're not gonna skip over that. It's just more like the whole movie wouldn't be like an origin story.
Yeah, we got the 2024.
Yeah, November 2024.
Yeah, look, I'm looking forward to Fantastic Four. I'm looking forward.
For me,
to
it's all about Daredevil, man. 18 episodes.
See, I don't really care about that, honestly.
Oh, I'm so excited for that.
I didn't watch the original show, and honestly.
Oh wow, you didn't watch the original? Oh my god.
No, I haven't watched any of the Netflix Marvel shows.
Wow, really?
Yeah, that's like some of the best Marvel out there.
That was the only one I liked.
Especially Daredevil. Daredevil was like top tier TV.
I believe I liked Punisher better, but yeah, Daredevil's amazing.
Jessica Jones won season 1 and 2, and then it went up downhill after that.
Yeah,
I'm just being honest.
I want that to set a precedent. These 18 episodes, I don't want Daredevil to be the last one to do that. I really.
Listen, they're definitely evolving, and like I think they're listening to criticism. Because here's the great thing: Feige does listen, but he won't change the plans or like upend them.
But not just with the Marvel ones, across the board. I want to see all these streaming shows have enough time, because 6 and 8 and 10 episodes sometimes isn't enough for the kind of character evolution that you really want, especially when the gap in between seasons sometimes you don't get the next season immediately. It takes some time. So I mean,
yeah. Well, I forgot to mention too the with the Phase 5 and 6 stuff too. You got to imagine there's going to be another Spider-Man movie in there somewhere.
Well, that's Sony. They got
announced. I'm saying that's Sony's announcement to make, but that'll probably be like 2024 for the next Spider-Man movie.
Or with John Watts, which I don't want to, but it's whatever.
Well,
who hurt you?
And just take it.
No. I like John Watts. It's just like I wish we get a new director for Tom Holland. But
who hurt you?
If Tom Holland's won John Watts, you got to give him John Watts.
Yeah, and don't forget too, we might be getting some Dr. Doom coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, look, I hope that we get Dr. Doom, man. I hope that's
going to be big. That's going to be big.
Is it Max playing him?
I'm going to go make me some food and walk these dogs before I go to bed.
All right, man. Yeah, we're getting ready to close it down.
Y'all be good. So. I love y'all. I'm out.
All right, bro. All right, man.
But yeah, that whole Dr. Doom thing, like, I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, there's rumors they may have already cast an actor. Well, the rumors they've already cast an actor, and we're going to find out very soon. So I'm looking forward to that.
They got to get that before it leaks.
Yeah. So Rational Skeptic here with a $2 super chat says, RJ William, when will we see the Beyonder?
When they run out of writers that can write, which is why the Beyonder was even created in the first place. This is back when Marvel had a bad habit of creating these omnipotent characters when they couldn't make certain parts of their story work. And when they would get to a point where things were so bloated, let me throw in this godly character that can snap his fingers and do anything and teleport us to everything. If they get I don't think
Beyond would be like the last thing they ever do. Be like the last story they'd ever tell.
If all your writers quit or they all just immediately start sucking, then you start pulling stuff out of your ass like the Beyonder. But he's really a horrible character. And he's always been.
Well, they would probably do something different with them, though. They'd probably actually make him interesting. I mean, listen, we still got Dr. Doom. We got freaking Galactus. We got Apocalypse. We got
you have
so
real
many
characters.
We got so many characters in the next decade of stories to tell. I mean,
listen, I'm in this whole Marvel thing from this point on for Galactus. That's really the only character with Galactus and the version of Apocalypse that should end up sooner than later in some type of end. When they defeat Kang, one of these things has to be Ramatut going 5,000 years back, and that's how you bring
that might even be your Fantastic Four movie right there.
Yeah, because that's really the only two things. Most of the stuff that they released on this thing, like we were talking before, RJ, a couple weeks ago, I'm not disinterested in, but I don't have a level of care about as I did in the previous phases. It's like being inundated with a lot of stuff that I don't hate, but I'm like, when you put it in front of me, I'll eat it. But right now, I'm not like, wow, I can't wait till this, I can't wait till that.
That's the opposite for me. I think there's like some really exciting ideas and like stuff being presented that I think is like going to be really rewarding for fans. I mean, again, you got Daredevil, you got Secret Invasion, you got Armor Wars, you got freaking Werewolf by Night, which should be getting announced soon. And dude, I don't even want to miss this either. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, do not sleep on that, because that is going to be something. I feel like Guardians 3 is going to be something really, really, really special. Like, I watched the leak trailer. It looks really, really good. Like, really good. Like, it's like, that's going to be like I truly feel that's going to be like a really special movie.
Yeah. The one thing I've been hearing, though, like I said, is the type of storytelling they've evolved their storytelling. I don't know if their fandom is going to evolve with them all the way. Because I like what they're doing. I kind of like what they're doing. I'm kind of just sitting back because it's a little bit too much to take in right now. But the long form storytelling that they're doing now is a little bit different than they did in the previous.
I mean, they've been doing long form storytelling though. This is just the next.
Yeah, but there was a lot sooner payoff. You didn't have an Eternals. You didn't have a movie like they would have in earlier phases. They would not have done a movie like Eternals because they weren't that wasn't the type of long form storytelling that they were doing. Now Eternals is pretty much, we're going to put this out. We kind of care what you think about it, but it's a piece of our long form puzzle, and we're going to tell our story. Whereas in the previous phases, there was more of a quicker payoff, even though the movie.
Well, that's what they need. They need to do something like that, though.
Because, I
agree. They have to mix it up because you can't just keep it going the same. And I think most fans are understanding.
Once you train a fan and condition a fan, I'm wondering if they can be reconditioned to the point where.
Well, again, it's not like they got much else of a choice in regards to competition. It's either this or nothing.
Well, they got not just comic book movie, but they got video games, they got other streaming, they got.
Well, I know, but I'm talking about if you want these kinds of comic book movies, there's really not like any other competition or anything else going on that's like gauging this level of interest. There's no other alternative, so it's like people are just going to stick with it because it's been the only thing they've had for like the last decade.
Marcus,
listen, I see them.
Marcus, that right there is a.
What's your thinking?
I do think after Secret Wars, it's possible they do an in-continuity reboot just to get the X-Men on the board in a natural way. But I don't know. I mean,
don't forget. I hope they use it to bring in Black Panther, T'Challa. I really hope they do.
I don't think they're ever going to recast. I really don't. I would love to be wrong, but I don't think they will. Not for a while.
Not with Ryan Coogler there. Well, we're not getting that. Not with Ryan Coogler's there. Once he's leave, then yeah. So
I don't think it's just Ryan Coogler. I think it's a Feige thing too. I think they're both on the same page with that.
I don't think it's a Feige.
I just really don't care about this stuff. Like I don't care about people. Like it's speculation. Like look, I mean, like I get it. Okay, if you like that, that's fine. But it's just, to me, I don't put much. I don't put it. People look.
Wait, in regards to what?
For every YouTuber that has their theory, right, of what's going to happen. First of all, most of the time, I mean, every new saga, every new IP,
it's fun to speculate.
It's fun to speculate. But the thing is like for everybody who has one theory, there's like a million other theories that also make sense, right? So I think this is the problem where people get too worked up over it, though, and they're like, well, this makes sense, so it has to be this way, right? Where it doesn't. Like I think who was it who just said a minute ago? It was actually a really good comment by J Money. I think said like how do you not do an origin story for the Fantastic Four, right? But then immediately there comes a great idea there from RJ talking about, hey, they could be trapped in the quantum realm, which makes sense. that's fun to speculate on, right? And that would be something that like I could get
But
behind.
if they don't do that, I'm okay. Whatever.
Yeah,
their
but I mean, if
explanation
they
is,
don't
I'll
do
see.
that, you know, so I would just tell you don't.
FF.
Yeah, don't get too worked up about it. Anthony says, panel.
I like this theory.
My prediction for Wakanda Forever is that Dr. Doom is the person that hired the private military contractor to search for vibranium in Atlantis, and that causes Namor to flood Wakanda.
I like this. I like that.
I think they did. Didn't they? But didn't they confirm that it's not Atlantis?
It's basically Atlantis, but it's not.
I know it's
Atlantis.
basically Atlantis, but it's not.
It's based on an ancient lost Mayan city that that became flooded or something like thousands of years ago.
Yeah,
it's like what is it
love
called?
The look. I love the way that Submariner looks. I really
Namor looks amazing. That whole movie looks amazing. That movie looks freaking next level. I'm so excited.
Like I said, I'm going to go see this first day. I just don't agree with the decision to not recast is not going to stop me from enjoying this movie. I just wish they had gone a different route, and I think that making an emotional decision instead of a business one is not.
But here's the thing, though. Like after watching that trailer, I'm confident that even if we feel like they made like a creative decision we not have agreed with, they're going to make the best damn movie they can make.
Yeah, I 100%. I agree 100%. Like I said, I'm never going to stop going to see a movie just because they didn't tell my story. I just, like I said, I just think that this goes beyond the fact that I want the work of T'Challa and the influence that he has on young black men to continue and not die with the actor that played him.
Yeah, no, I agree. And look, I think that like I want to see Dr. Doom in there. I think that the Dr. Doom thing makes sense. We'll see. Yeah. Hey, man, Marcus, that's great, man. No. Marcus, it's great, man. If you think so, you know, I don't have an issue with that. Okay. Rational Skeptic with a $2 super chat says, RJ, will we see Ryu and Mega Man pop into the MCU?
Nothing's impossible anymore. If they want to do a live action Marvel versus Capcom, why not? They should make another game though. It's about time they made another game.
It's been like 10 years.
No, last game was in 2017. So it's been about 5, but they're making Street Fighter 6 right now, so maybe after that.
I mean, listen, the MCU can use the X-Men to 2025. But I think they might.
I don't even know if that's true. I know it's a rumor going around. I don't know.
It's a rumor, but I think it might be true. But they could use those actors in Secret War.
Well, either way, they're going to be waiting. Either way, they're going to be waiting until 2025 anyway. Just look at the slate that they already got.
Well, again, they could use those actors' contracts.
2025 at the earliest. At the earliest,
I think it's more likely 2026.
Yeah, same here.
I think it's going to be after Secret Wars.
But you don't think they're going to use those contracts with those actors and use them in Secret Wars?
No, because they didn't negotiate those contracts. They'd have to renegotiate something for their purposes.
Yeah, I mean, they could. I mean, listen, they brought Patrick Stewart back, so they could bring back any actor they want. Listen, Secret Wars, nothing's off the table. We could see freaking Lou Ferrigno come back in Secret Wars as Hulk, for all we know.
I just hope it doesn't become a mess. I just hope they
I know. I mean, that's the concern, too. It's just like you got to make sure it's not too crazy, but that's why I get a good director. They got the director of Shang-Chi to do King Dynasties. I think it's a great choice.
I'm surprised by that.
I was surprised by that, but I'm very excited. I think Destin Daniel Cretton's a great director. I really am excited for Shang-Chi too, and I'm really excited to see what he does with King Dynasties.
I am excited for King Dynasty. I'm happy with the fact that I got people coming to the store asking who the hell was King, and I get to explain one of the most intriguing characters in the last 50 years if you follow Avengers and you know who King is. I don't know if the way they're doing him with the whole multiverse type of thing, because that's not what King is. But I'm willing. I'm there for it. I'm willing to see how it all plays out, because, like I say, King is a very. He has so many connections to so many levels, and I understand why they're using them, because through King, Immortus, Ramatut, and then down to Richards, you can basically access any point of any Marvel story.
I mean, people are really excited for King too. I mean, like, you got a really great actor playing him. I mean. My only concern is with King is that he can be very confusing if you're not following, because there's so many different versions of him because of the timeline thing. But if they consolidate it up to where it makes sense, I think they'll be fine.
And there are no alternate versions of King. There's only one alternate version of King that I know of, and that was the Scarlet Centurion. And that's because that was in the Squadron Supreme universe. But all the other versions.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's like, it can get so complicated where it sounds like a bunch of gibberish. You gotta be really careful.
Yeah,
you gotta make it. You gotta make it make sense to where like anybody could follow it. You know.
I will address this. I think Chuck here says I think Wolverine should be a player in 2 X-Men movies, not the leader. Then as a co-leader of the Avengers 7, 8, and 9, since we've seen him as a leader in the Fox movies. Thoughts like the new Avengers team. Okay, so for me, like I love Wolverine. I love seeing Wolverine. You know, in that capacity, I think Hugh Jackman did a good job of that. One of the things that kind of started to get old for me was that every X-Men movie is a Wolverine movie. Except for First Class. And First Class
is one of the better ones.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's actually my favorite X-Men movie.
Days of Future Past.
It's my favorite X-Men movie. And that being said, First Class is. And that being said, it's got a great Wolverine cameo in it. You know, that's an amazing cameo. Yeah, I
wouldn't use Wolverine off the bat. I think you got to like really use him sparingly at first and like have him be on his own for a little bit. Because you really got to like that's the thing. You really got to emphasize the characters that were neglected because you focused so much on Wolverine before, like your Cyclopses, your Jean Greys, your Rogues, your Storms.
Will we even see them? I'm wondering, and this is just a legit question. Is when we think of X-Men, we think of the finished product of what the X-Men are in our head. Are they going to tell that story? Because it took a while to get to all the characters you guys just mentioned. The X-Men has been around forever. I know Fox.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you could start off small with the initial original team from the 60s and build from that. Yeah,
that's what, you know.
I mean, there's a lot of different ways it can go. It's not going to be like this simple thing. I think it's going to take, just like everything, it's going to take time to get all the pieces on the board. It's a lot of characters, but I think they're going to do it in a different way than people are expecting. But I think it'll be done well enough to where I think people can get on board with it.
Because I think their pattern has been to tell the original origin stories like they did with the Avengers. The founding of the Avengers is exactly how it rolled out in their movie. So I'm curious to see if they'll take that same route.
So I'm sick of seeing Wolverine as the leader. Like, can we get somebody else, please? Like, damn. I love those Fox movies.
Cyclops.
Thank you. Yes.
Oh,
I love
by the way, folks, I wanted to mention this before we end the show. Andor trailer should be dropping in the next about 5 to 7 hours.
Is it? Damn! Yeah. Now I got to stay up, RJ.
Dude, Andor's going to be legit. Don't sleep on Andor. That show's going to be awesome.
And it's not going to be. It's not going to be for the character of Andor.
I don't care. I don't care.
I'm just saying. It's going to be. I think it's going to be a great show, but it's not going to be like if anybody's making fun of that show because like they don't like the character of Andor. I will just say
that show's way more than that character.
That show is going to be way more than the character of Andor. You can tell already just from the trailer that we got already and the things that we've been seeing. It's going to be about the rebellion. It's going to be about the things that surround that character. It's
Mon Mothma and clones. Come on.
That's what I'm saying. All right, guys. Speaking of which, though, we are just over the 3-hour point. I got to get up in the morning, so I got a lot. We're putting a roof on the church, and I got to go pick out the color tomorrow. So there you go. And I got to go do some other things too. And tomorrow I start a whole new life making content for a company called Bully Sticks Direct. So you're going to see lots of doggy content from me and my puppers.
Best kind of content.
You said doggy style?
Yes, doggy style content all day long. From Marty McFly, Harley Quinn, and Wookiee. 3 names you probably never thought you'd hear together. All in videos together. So I get to start making content tomorrow. And they will be an official sponsor of the show going forward. So thank you guys for being on the panel tonight. Thanks to Phil and to Brian, who were here earlier. And Chris. Yes, Chris popped out of here. Thank you to everyone who watched tonight. Appreciate all of you and listen to my rants and my crazy things. Like I put at the beginning, now Enosh is getting canceled and fired. There you go.
Yeah, they're going to hate you saying doggy style. God forbid,
God forbid. Well, I put this out here. Poindexter Lounge does not necessarily agree with or is responsible for every little thing someone says on the channel. It's live. Stuff happens. Sorry if words offend you. There you go.
Some people need that warning.
That's true. Make sure to follow us on social media. All of our links are in the description below. Make sure you give this video a like on your way out and tell YouTube that you like us. Make sure to follow us on everything. We are about 30 people away from getting to 1,000 followers on TikTok so that we can go live on TikTok. So please go ahead and follow us over there. Hey, have fun. RJ, what's your YouTube channel now where people can find you? Because apparently you are the oracle of all things. Yes, you're omnipotent now.
Omnipotent, yeah.
RJ omnipotent now. We are asking him all the questions.
Yeah, well, if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at the Marvel Maniac, capital I in Marvel, not L. I tricked the system, so it looks like an L. And it's the Marvel Maniac on YouTube. I'll probably be doing streams or something eventually. I don't know. Sporadic, so.
Cool. And Anthony, we love you, buddy. You don't have a channel, right?
Yeah. No. I like joining in streams and talking about everything.
What are you talking about? We don't know you have a channel. It's called Mike Zero.
Oh Jesus! I would jump off. Wow.
Then William over here, his channel is called the Discovery Channel because it literally deals with the entire history of the world from his personal perspective.
It's the History Channel.
Yeah,
the History Channel from his perspective.
Since you're less than 18 months younger, so there you go. My channel is, you just Google the Sci-Fi Center, you can click the link.
Age is just a number, baby.
We know, William. It's the History Channel. We go to your channel to learn history.
Hey, listen.
Yes, the history of the world.
I hope I lived as long as 88 and 89, like the two people we lost today. But if not longer. But no, the sci-fi-center.com, all my social media, including my own personal YouTube channel is there. And you can find me every Friday. And I think I'm going to start doing a lot more Saturday night streams. I really like the feel and flow of that show. Especially.
Yeah, I like it too.
So that's where you guys can find me.
All right. Don't forget, guys, to and by the way, you can find him here for those shows. Don't forget to submit your artwork for Quantum Gaming, Jimbo's new show, Black Ops, here on the channel. We want to get that thing started right away. So go ahead and submit your logo designs and ideas for that. You can email those to us at poindexterlounge@gmail.com, or of course you can send those via DM to us for us to take a look at. And the winner will get either their choice of something from our store, or we can even put your logo that you design on something, and that way you can get that. All right. That being said, I appreciate each and every one of you who tune in. I appreciate all of you who support the channel. Thank you to everyone who gives super chats tonight. And thank you to who are members of the channel and you support the channel in various ways. You mean the world to me. And all those of you who just watch. It means the world to me that you guys tune in and that we see you guys here in the chat, and that we know that you guys care. Even if you hate watch, because you know what? It shows that you care about what we think, and I appreciate that. So, like I always say, don't let anybody tell you that your fandom doesn't matter. Don't tell anybody that their fandom doesn't matter, but seek to have good conversations and treat everybody with respect. And if you do that, there'll always be a place for you here in the Poindexter Lounge. Until next time, stay nerdy. Bye-bye.